All right, welcome back to the channel. Good morning, good Monday morning, man. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Very good fight this last Saturday. If you didn't get to see the live stream we did Sunday morning because you don't get up that early on Sunday mornings or you go to church, we'll be back doing it today. Hope you guys got your coffee. Martin, aka Fannon, I got my cup. What's going on, man? Chillville in the building, man. I'm glad I get to get, man. Thank you for the support, brother. Thank you, man. Big time Chillville in that super chat. Said, good morning, Noop. Fight was great. Spence needs a tune-up before he steps in the ring with Bud. If Bud knocks him out, I know for a fact the excuses will start flying, man. Chillville, man. What's good, man? We got our Bud fan in the building. Man, I ain't trying to hear that, dog. Nah, he probably will need a tune-up. I'm telling you, this is what I think is going to happen, Chillville. I think that they're going to make that fight, but they're going to make a lead into that fight. Arrow's going to get a fight. Terence Crawford will get another fight, and then they'll meet. That's my based on nothing that I've heard from anybody else's mouth belief about what's going to happen. If they don't make this fight, they are the biggest idiots on the planet, bro. There is more money in this fight. I'm telling you, it's a $150 million fight, man. I've been calculating it, bro. Calculating it. This is a $150 million fight for sure. Because I'm telling you, this will be the first pay-per-view that will literally do 1.5 million pay-per-view buys. It will do over a million pay-per-view buys at over a million pay-per-view buys at $80 a pop, bro. And it's going to get a $20 million gate. And it'll get a $20 million gate. I think it may do 1.5 million pay-per-view buys. That's how big I think this fight is, man. There's a bottled up interest in this fight, I'm telling you. Chillville in that building, though, man. Much love. Let me roll down here. Will y'all hit the like button, please, for me? Okay, because I know y'all messing with my like buttons. All right, let me check the like buttons. We got 74 people in the building, and we got 33 likes. So let's hit the like button, man. Seriously, man, tweak the algorithm, man. It's free. Believe it or not, your credit card is not attached to that like button. All right, so if you hit it, trust me, you ain't gonna. Matter of fact, you may get a rebate. What's going on, my man? Copper Aborigines in the building. Yeah, we called it. Honestly, man, you know what I did? I believed y'all. That's why I called it. I was like, you know what? These guys are right. And I thought about it, said, you know what? These guys are right. And I went with it. And now I get to talk all kind of smack. So I'm glad I listened to y'all, man. I got smart people in the comment section. Jay Spence in the building. What's good? Cornelius Bennett in the building. What's going on, man? Ringside with LCD said, good morning, Martin. Salute to the chat as well. Let's get it. Smash that like button on the way in. Absolutely, man. Hit that like button for the Bud hater. For the Bud hater. Man, Kurt, what's going on? Damon Wester in the building. Kurt Sewell. What's going on? Avery Jackson. Mike Biggs Boxing. What's happening with you, sir? TJ Boxing and Sports. What's going on, man? He said, I heard the WBC to make Arrow Bud, man. Look, dude, take that shit with a grain of salt, bro. Take that shit with a grain of salt. Logically, not based off what anybody said or filing a petition, just logically, the WBC is not in position to order that fight because the WBC can't make Bud do anything. Bud ain't gonna lose his belt if he don't do what the WBC says. And honestly, man, what's it gonna be, a mandatory? That means you get a mandatory split, and Bud don't want no mandatory split. I think that's showboatism, bro. Kurt Sewell said I got hot tea. Man, I might switch to tea, but tea makes me too wired, bro. Oak Cliff wants that Bud smoke ASAP. We stopping Bud. Texas, that's what I mean. Exactly, bro. But I'm telling you, man, Bud, let me get this out the way. For y'all, Bud fans, Bud is the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. I believe it. Okay? But none of y'all ever say that. None of y'all ever support Bud as the #1 pound for pound. All y'all want to do is you just want to beat up on Errol Spence and talk about how trash Errol Spence is. But when it's time for y'all to defend Terence Crawford being #1 pound, I don't hear nothing from you. I be out there in them Twitter streets representing Bud. But y'all ain't never out there, bro. I don't get no likes on my Twitter when I say Bud's #1 pound for pound. I don't have nobody co-signing it, nothing. But when it's time for Errol Spence conversations, oh, I'm a hater. I'm telling y'all do Bud wrong, man. Y'all don't really support Bud. Y'all don't support Bud. Y'all just hate on Spence. That's what I think. I think that you're a Spence haters. Cy Gray in the bill said, good morning, Mr. Blackwell. Chat, what up? Much love in that super chat, bro. Hassan Smith said, wasn't mad at the stoppage, but like Dre said, Kenny's statement was unnecessary. Came off like, well, it wasn't my fault as a trainer. You know what, though? What was weirder? But dude, Kenny Porter is honest. Oh, yeah, man, hit that like button, man. I got to say that a million times, bro. Hit that like button. We got 107 people in the building, man. We can get 100 likes, man. Small crowd. Hit the like button. Dog, seriously. Kenny Porter tells the truth. He's a tell the truth, shame the devil type of guy, man. And sometimes what he says is like weird. Not weird, but, it's like you wouldn't expect him to say that, to give you the truth that raw. But that's what he's doing. He's just giving you the truth raw. And I don't have any problem with that, man. However, for my Bud fans, please understand he said he was prepared to stop that fight as soon as Sean Porter got in any trouble. He was going to stop that fight. So they quit. And he said he quit. So don't give me that. That man quit. Kenny Porter, the team Porter quit. They want payday. They were there for payday, like Canelo said. You want payday? That's what they were there for, bro. And that's the difference between the two fights. Sean Porter came in there for payday. It came in there for payday. He had a belt when he fought Errol Spence Jr. And Errol was whooping that ass too. But they were banging back and forth, man. Love that fight. Great fight. Exciting fight. Steven in the building. What's going on, man? They said, good morning, Fannon. Blessings to you, bro. Love your channel. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate that, man. Because you know what it is. It's life. It's boxing, man. We loving it. My man, Mr. De La Cruz said, what's happening, Fannon? Awesome boxing this weekend. Yeah, bro. Smooth Groove says, super chat. I got your super chat. I did, Smooth Groove. And let me bang that gong for you one more time. For that super chat. I definitely got that super chat. Yeah, I'm amped this morning, man. Let me calm down, man. You got my blood pressure up. So, hey, thank you, Steven. I appreciate you, bro. Bill Locker said, salute from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Shout out to Pittsburgh, PA, man. Big Block in the building. What's going on? Lawrence RB said, Fannon, I would love for Bud versus Spence to fight in Atlanta. And I'll agree it'll do crazy numbers. Dude, there ain't no way that shit's happening in Atlanta. It's going to Vegas for $1,000 a seat. It's going there because there's no bigger conversation in boxing, man. They may want Canelo Alvarez to be I'm telling you, and that's what's going to make the bigger star than Canelo. When these guys fight each other down at welterweight. Because those are good fights, bro. And you got Jaron Ennis coming up right behind it. You even got guys like, Josh Taylor. Man, what is Bob Arum on? Bob is bugging, man. Bob out there, dude. I'm so glad Terence Crawford said he's out of there. Hey, man, we got 155 people in the building. Only 98 likes, man. Hit that like button. And we got five cats from Omaha, Nebraska, who are always in bad moods, bro. Y'all are always in bad moods, man. How you get so mad about somebody's opinion in boxing? I sat back and reflected on that. I was like, you know what? I'm just a boxing fan telling you my opinion, man. Why y'all getting so mad? Because I think one guy will beat Bud. You're never giving him his credit. Hey, Copper said, Martin, I had Bud to beat Porter. Everybody did. Everybody had Bud beating Porter. Ain't nobody picked Porter to win that fight, bro. Ain't nobody stupid. Okay? Bud fans want you to crawl at his feet. Crawl out his feet for doing what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to get Sean Porter up out of there. He's the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. And Terence Crawford and Sean Porter's over the hill and gone and been beat multiple times. He's supposed to get him out of here. He's supposed to. I was wondering what was going to go on him if he didn't. Maurice Baldwin says not 100% certain. Bud can beat Josh Taylor in the UK. Much love in that super chat. I think it's a setup fight, Maurice Baldwin. That's what I was about to say. I am most definitely glad he's leaving Top Rank. And I certainly hope he does not go for that fucking okie doke with Josh Taylor. That got all kind of badness wrapped on top of it. First of all, he's saying how much money there is in that fight if Terence Crawford goes to Scotland. Terence Crawford is the top dog, should be the top dog in one of the top dogs, this number 2 dude in the welterweight division, as far as money goes. Josh Taylor ain't proven that he's making big money out there in Scotland. Get out of here. But if we bring Bud there, we can do 70,000. Yeah, and get robbed. And get robbed. Over there in Scotland. Get robbed over there in Scotland. Josh Taylor's a good fighter, though, too. He's a fresh fighter. He's a good fighter. I'm once again going to tell you, dog, I think he's a scumbag. However, he's a very good fighter, and I think that's a setup fight. I think I would not take a fight where I think my promoter wants me to lose. And I promise you, at least this is what I believe. In the back of Bob Arum's mind, he would love if Josh Taylor beat Terence Crawford. But for him to say, oh, that's where all the money is. Nah, dog, if that's where all the money is, take Teofimo Lopez over there. Arrow got a bunch of money over there, got a bunch of money sitting there with PBC fights. A bunch of money sitting over there with PBC fights. He got money sitting there with the Keith Thurman fight. He's got money sitting over there. He got money sitting there if he wanted to fight Danny Garcia. He got money with a Danny Garcia fight. I'm telling you, man, they'll pay-per-view him, bro, over there. They'll pay-per-view him over there. He got real fights over there, man. He got real fights over there at the PBC. I say, that's pretty much at the PBC. And if you want, but Josh Taylor, that's a setup fight, bro. For me, that's what I think that is. Kind of like Jeff Horn versus Manny Pacquiao. If Terence Crawford comes in there sleeping, all of a sudden he's in there against a kid that is a very good fighter, and I do believe he's definitely more fresh than like Sean Porter or what have you. And come in there, go the distance, and all of a sudden you got crazy scorecards. Like he would need a knockout to beat Josh Taylor in Scotland. Need it. You know what I'm saying? Need it. Not want it. Not, oh, that would be a good thing. He probably will. I mean, need it in order to get that win, bro. Kane said, what up, Fannon? How you, bro? I'm good, man. I can't complain about a thing, man. Life is good, bro. I'm talking boxing on my channel. My daughter's home from college. I'm feeling good, man. Giovanni Walker says, support the channel. Give me my boxing news. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I dang sure will. We got 219 people in the building, 131 likes, man. Come on, man. Let's get the likes up. Wipe your feet on the like button as you walk in, man. Howard Van said Kenny Porter's comments after the fight was messed up. Hey, he's telling the truth, bro. He does think he was telling the truth. He's an honest guy. He's like, look, I didn't like the preparation. I don't think he trained to the best of his ability, and he couldn't defend himself because he wasn't in the best shape. I didn't like what I saw. So I knew going into the fight that I was going to stop it if he got in trouble. He's like, nah, we're not running downhill on this. And that's his son. He's supposed to do. I mean, that's his dad. You know what I mean? And Sean Porter is probably, in the long term of his career, is probably better off for it because he was going to start taking hellacious shots. He was. He got fatigued. All those flaws started popping out. He's like, nah, man, that's a wrap. You know what I mean? No more, because he took a lot of punishment in that Errol Spence Jr. fight. Jay Styles in the building. We said, Fannon, did you see how fast Spence left after the building after he said he would never go to a Crawford fight? Yeah, I saw that, and I think people are making a lot of shit out of that that's kind of silly. He showed up to the fight. I don't even understand how people criticize him for that. Getting up and leaving, bro. He's in the middle of a Terence Crawford crowd getting booed. What's he supposed to do? The fight was over. He watched the fight. He saw that Kenny Porter stopped the fight. He was like, man, why are you going to stop the fight? Had somebody, and see, just there, they had that camera in his face. He got up and he left. I didn't see any problem with that, man. I think people are reaching on that. But you know what that is. I just like Terence Crawford. I know, and Errol Spence going to fight him. Errol ain't no punk, bro. He's going to act, and he ain't never acted like he wasn't going to. Y'all be making excuses for your boy. But that's all right, man. Cy Gray in that building, man, said, I knew the Porter camp was in trouble from the pre-fight press conference when Porter said they didn't change anything to prepare for this fight. Much love in that super chat, man. I mean, it's the end of his career. I'm not sure what he's supposed to do. You know, he wasn't going to change overnight. He wasn't going to win the fight. For me, the only question was he going to get knocked out? That's it. That was the whole mystery of that fight, was would Terence Crawford knock him out? And his father was not serving him up on a platter. Once it looked like that fight was going to, once he got hurt, and that was in the 10th round, it wasn't in the 12th round or the 11th round. But honestly, man, I didn't really see any difference between Errol Spence, how Errol Spence Jr. fought Terence Crawford and fought Sean Porter and how Errol Spence Jr. fought him. Fight was about the same. The only difference was it was more of a war because Errol was going at him the whole time. That's it. It was just more of a war. More of a war. Still got the drop, still dropped him. If that fight would have went on another couple rounds, he probably would have stopped him. But, it is what it is, man. I enjoyed the fight a lot, man. Caden said, I picked Porter, no joke. Yeah, but Caden, that's because, come on, man, you couldn't have done that. Like seriously, bro. No way was he going to win that fight. And you should have known that. You got to see, that just tells you, if you pick Sean Porter, it's pretty much just time to watch. Just keep watching boxing. But really watch boxing. Really watch it. Like some people don't really watch it. They just kind of are, they're cheering for their team. But they're not really watching what's going on in the ring. Like what I'm telling you about Jaron Ennis. Man, Jaron Ennis is the reason. Jaron Ennis will stop Porter. Stop him. Look, let me put it that way. If Sean Porter were to say, you know what? I want another fight. I think that was an off day. And he went and fought Jaron Ennis, he's not going to go 7 rounds with Jaron Ennis. I don't think he may not go 5 rounds with Jaron Ennis. And you know why that is? Because Jaron Ennis knows the playbook on him. And there's nothing Sean Porter can do about his own playbook. People know how to beat him. It's not a mystery. They know how to beat him. So, and he hits harder than Terence. He hits every bit as hard as Terence Crawford does. And Terence Crawford did knock him out. You can't get unknocked out. That damage is done, bro. The damage is done. So, by the same logic, Terence Crawford already got dropped by Errol Spence Jr. and got beat up pretty badly by Errol Spence. People can say, oh, it's a close fight. Yeah, it's a close fight with a lot of beating because that boy got beat a lot and he can't punch. That's another thing about him. Can't punch. Unfortunate for my man. Let me slide down here though and check this like count, man. Come on, man. Hit the like button, man. We got 300 people in the building, and we only got 154 likes, man. Let's get the likes up, man. D Giant said, you don't give Bud enough credit. He whooped on Kell Brook and Sean Porter where Spence struggled with the two. He fought them both. What credit do you want me to give him, D? What do you want me to give him, bro? You want me to, look, the only thing that you want me to do is say he'll beat Spence. That's the credit you want me to give him. Because that's the only possible thing you could be asking me for. You want me to tell you, I think he'll beat Errol Spence. When you say that, that's the only thing you can possibly be looking for. And I say that with no disrespect to you. You want me to say, because he beat the same guys Errol Spence Jr. beat, years after Errol Spence Jr. beat him, that means he's going to beat Errol Spence. That's the only credit that you want me to give him. I'm literally telling you the guy's number 1 pound for pound. I'm literally telling you that. I'm telling you I think it's a 51-49 fight for Errol Spence. But you want me to give him more credit. How much more credit can I give him? And I mean that. I'm asking you, honestly, to think about what you dumbasses are saying. And I'm calling you dumbasses with love. And as much love as I can call somebody a dumbass. Think of you as kind of like maybe my little brother or somebody where I'm like, shut up, dumbass. How much more credit do you, the only thing you want me to say is that Errol Spence Jr. will lose. That's it. There's no other credit I can possibly give him. And I've been thinking, what credit can I give Bud to make these buddy boys happy? Oh, I got to say he'll beat Errol. That's the only answer that's the only thing that I have not said. And that will make you happy. But I don't believe it, so I'm not going to say that. I think Errol Spence Jr. is going to beat him. Stop being mad about it. Renee in the building, man. Much love in that super chat. I think Terence Crawford is going to put hands on Spence. I'm a Spence fan. What do you think? Oh, they're going to put hands on each other for sure. Much love in that super chat. I think he's going to put hands on each other for sure. For sure. I think Errol's going to put hands on Terence Crawford. For sure. For sure. For sure. That's what I think. But I think it's a close fight. But that's the only thing that you want me to say. You just want me to say that Errol's going to win, that Terence is going to win. And if I don't say that, then I'm not giving him enough credit. Because there's literally nothing else I can do. Let's review this again for y'all. Terence Crawford is the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. I think he's better than Canelo Alvarez, pound for pound. I think that if Terence Crawford actually was able to fight him at 160, I think Terence Crawford's got a chance to beat Canelo Alvarez at 160, provided he can carry that weight. I said that he was going to beat I predicted that he was going to beat Sean Porter by knockout, and that happened. I don't understand what else I can say to make you happy, because I desperately want to make you happy. So you can stop being lazy and hit that like button, bro. I just don't know what else you want me to do, bro. What do you want me to do? Seriously. Giovanni Walker said, man, I think Bob Arum is throwing Josh Taylor in the mix to stay relevant because he no longer has Crawford at the same time wanting Crawford to fail. Yeah, man, he's going to try to make a fight, bro. He wants that belt. He just got cut out of the welterweight division. He just got cut out of the welterweight division. He doesn't have any options on the welterweight division right now. But he didn't want to fight, but he didn't want to sign. He said he didn't want to sign Terence Crawford to a long-term deal. So you know what that means. He wants Terence to fight on his card against somebody that is with Top Rank. He wants Terence Crawford to lose. And then he's not going to have a rematch clause. You know how this is going to work. It would be a voluntary fight where Terence Crawford does not get a rematch clause. He's going to take him over to Scotland, and then he's going to try to get Terence Crawford beat in Scotland with promises with a bunch of money and how huge the fight's going to be over there in Scotland. Bob Arum is the same guy that didn't give Terence Crawford the Manny Pacquiao fight. Promised him the Manny Pacquiao fight, never gave him the Manny Pacquiao fight. Manny Pacquiao, as you know, Manny Pacquiao would have fought him because Manny Pacquiao was going to fight Errol Spence. Manny Pacquiao moved up. Manny Pacquiao fought Keith Thurman. Manny Pacquiao probably would have fought him. And Terence Crawford could have had a Manny Pacquiao win years ago. But who did he give the fight to? He gives the Manny Pacquiao fight to Jeff Horn. And says, oh, we didn't make that fight because we knew how it would turn out. Oh, I knew that Terence Crawford would beat Manny Pacquiao. So we don't want to make the fight. Yeah, so why would Terence Crawford sign with him? On the real. Doesn't make any sense because he's never supported Terence Crawford as the best fighter in the world. You have never heard Bob Arum ever say Terence Crawford was the best fighter in the world. Never. He said he may be the best fighter in the world, but that was only after Lomachenko lost. He was selling Lomachenko ahead of Terence Crawford, selling Teofimo Lopez ahead of Terence Crawford, selling Manny Pacquiao ahead of Terence Crawford. Give him half an opportunity. Oh, selling Tyson Fury ahead of Terence Crawford. I guarantee he'll be selling Josh Taylor ahead of Terence Crawford. And dude, he didn't get rich by thinking people are smart. He got rich thinking people are stupid and thinking Terence Crawford is stupid. So if Terence takes that fight and they offer him more money to go over there to Scotland and he don't knock that boy out, he's going to get robbed. It would be stupid. It would be stupid. And he definitely has a chance to beat Errol Spence. Errol Spence has been in a car accident. That's your hope right there. Okay? But am I anti that? I'm sorry. I was sounding like I liked Terence Crawford for a second. Wasn't I? Just for a second. Quincy Carter in the building said, glad Kenny stopped it. It was going to get brutal. Much love in that super chat. Yeah, man, but boxing's brutal, bro. But he didn't have no chance to win that fight, bro. Yeah, man, get that likes up, man. Let me check the likes. Y'all be lazy on me, man. 206, man. Come on, we got 400 people in the building, man. Let's get the likes up, man. Please get the likes up. Fannon, if those buddy boys it's those buddy boys at it again. You know what it is. The buddy boys. They cannot stand if you don't say Terence Crawford is going to, because honestly, man, y'all really ain't Bud fans. Because y'all don't really know most of the stuff that I'm talking about. Do you? Like, do you really know this? You don't pay attention to this, to 99%. You just want to argue about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford and say Terence going to beat Errol Spence because somebody else was in the comment section calling you an idiot. Don't take it out on me, bro. You know what I mean? Bud is not built any different, bro. Bud is the same. Bud ain't built different. Bud is Bud. He's a human being, bro, that you crack him on the chin. You crack him on the chin enough, he can lose a fight. Bud is just like Canelo Alvarez. They are very, very, very good fighters that can be beaten. All right, I ain't buying none of this nonsense. Yeah, man, don't do them crazy, man. Don't block them to death. You said every time I hear somebody say wrench mob, make me feel like y'all about to block everybody to death. Don't do that, man. I'm not really tripping. I don't mind seeing their comments, actually. You know what I mean? Exactly. I think Bud puts hands on Spence. I'm a Spence fan. I mean, dude, he may. But you know that ain't, you know, that's funny. That's how cats will do that shit. But I'm a Spence fan. I mean, I'm a Crawford fan, and I think Errol's going to put hands on Terence. Bro, Terence is very, very... Dude, Sean Porter was winning rounds, man. Sean Porter was winning rounds in that fight. That was a very even fight until Sean Porter started getting hit with them hellacious-ass body shots to the chest, and it reset him a little bit there, all right? Because when he started hitting him to the chest, them hooks to the chest, definitely figured something out to get Sean Porter, got him to the chest because he couldn't hit him in the head. But, dog, you're not going to pull that on Terence on Errol Spence, bro. All right? I just don't see. I don't see that, all right? I don't see you starting to catch him leaning in with his head, like throwing punches like he's starting to swim. No, bro, he's much more technically sound than that, man. If you get down on rounds with Errol like that, Errol will be able to just keep that fight like that and score points on you. He can box, bro. That's why he's an Olympian. Sean Porter ain't no Olympian. Neither is Terence Crawford. I'm telling you, that being able to score consistently is most definitely a benefit to Errol Spence. Spence is number one pound for pound. Nah, I wouldn't say that. Got to give him something. Nah, I got him at number 3, though. I got him at number 3. I definitely got him ahead of Josh Taylor. I don't get that, man. They be dissing. Hey, man, y'all be riding on them boys. Chillville said, to my Bud fans, as soon as Bud burst Spence's eye open and the doctor stops the fight, trust me, Spence fans will start singing the wreck. The eye missed. Man, y'all, now you just fantasizing, Chillville. Nope, now you just fantasizing. When Terence Crawford consistently gets hit with a jab to the body and hooks, and you realize that boy is down 9 rounds. When you see that he's down 9 rounds to 2, because he's scoring why Bud is still figuring him out, you'll be like, damn, this dude got outboxed by a guy that I didn't think could box. When you be like, damn, this is looking like the Mikey Garcia fight. Man, this is looking like the Mikey Garcia fight. Why is this Errol? How's Errol keep hitting him like this? When you keep seeing him jab, when you keep seeing straight jabs to the body, jabs to the head, and you keep seeing, and you see Errol Spence Jr. getting on the side and lighting that body up and slipping shots, and just like Sean Porter did. Remember, when he's catching that shit like this, boo, 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 when he's catching all that shit and coming forward, remember that. Damon said, you said that you would give Bud 100% perfect credit as the best in the division. No, I did not, Damon Wester. No, I did not. No, I did not. Damon, do not lie on me, bro. No, I did not. I did not say I was going to make him the best. If he knocked out Sean Porter, it makes him the best welterweight. I would say, no, it does not make him the best welterweight. Errol Spence Jr. beat the dude. No. I said it would be impressive. I said if he didn't knock him out, I'd be like, all right. I expected him to knock him out. No, I didn't, Damon. Brian James said, Errol done already. Told Bud he's too light in the behind. No way Bud wins that one. Much love in that super chat. Nah, I don't think I said it. I may have said something like that at a point, but then if I did, I took that shit back. Because I'm like, nah, Dude, he's too far along in his career, bro, and he already got beat up, bro. Nah. I'm not giving him that off that fight, bro. No way. He lost too many rounds. He ain't the number one. Well, got to get a belt, bro. Get 2 belts. Beat Danny Garcia. Knock out Danny Garcia. I ain't giving him that, bro. Anyway, Curtis Sewell said, a lot of people was leaving same time Errol was, so it means nothing. Much love in that super chat, bro. They looking for anything, man. They looking for anything. If he wouldn't have came to the fight, now watch this shit. This is how you know. If Errol wouldn't have shown up to the fight, he'd have been a coward for not showing up to the fight. He never shows up to the fight. He shows up to the fight, and he sits there and he watches him, right, from his chair. He would have been a chicken shit because he didn't get in the ring. If he gets up and leaves after the fight is over, he's the chicken shit because he got up and leave after the fight. Dude, there's literally nothing he could have done not to be a chicken shit. I'm trying to tell you, especially with that ESPN crew acting like people don't get up and leave. Oh my God, look at him get up and leave. Oh, he ran out. Oh man, hey, guess what? Terence ain't gonna be on ESPN next fight, man. They don't like it. They don't like the PBC, man. That PBC top rank battle is real. Trill Everything said, Brother Fannon, I'm a Spence fan and would like to see him beat Bud. However, based on Kell Brook having success with Errol early in the fight, I think Bud will counter early Errol to victory. What about Kell having success with Bud early? Kell Brook had success with Bud. Sean Porter had success with Bud. And guess what? Terence Crawford will have success with Errol. Errol's going to have success with Terence Crawford. That's when you have close fights. I'm telling you, if Terence Crawford fights Keith Thurman, Keith Thurman is going to win rounds against Terence Crawford. If Keith Thurman fights Errol Spence Jr., he's got a chance to win rounds. All of these guys are going to have moments against each other. Errol, on my card, Terence Crawford lost 5 rounds to Sean Porter. He lost 5 rounds. 5. That's a lot of rounds to lose to him. See, it's just kind of like Canelo, right? Like after the fight, we forget that Caleb Plant won a lot of rounds against that man. But when the fight's over, everybody's, it was a blowout because he got a knockout at the end. Kind of makes you forget. You know what I mean? The knockout makes you forget that he lost rounds and was definitely getting hit by Sean Porter. And then I don't even think it was a matter of him figuring it out. I think Sean Porter faded. And when Sean Porter started fading, Terence Crawford didn't fade. And Terence Crawford took advantage of a guy that was over the hill. Because he retired right after the fight. That's what I think. But I'm a Terence Crawford hater. Because I realized, dude, Sean Porter wasn't all the way in that fight, man. How would you break down the difference between Spence and Crawford? Hard to imagine how the fight would pan out. Much love in the super chat. I'm telling you, with the biggest problem, this is for me. Facts, Snoop, they complain either way. You know what I mean? They complain either way. You're going to complain no matter what Errol did. But that's all right. It's love. That's why I say that it's a huge fight. That's how you know this is a huge fight. But this is how I would compare them. You got a southpaw in Terence Crawford that is going to fight a southpaw in Errol Spence. Terence Crawford, and this is why I'm picking Errol Spence, because Terence Crawford is going to have to fight that man in an orthodox stance. That's why. And Terence Crawford fights most of his fights, 95% of his fight in a southpaw stance. And he has a southpaw advantage over Sean Porter. He had a southpaw advantage. He has a southpaw advantage over everybody he fights because he fights as a southpaw. When you fight a southpaw, that southpaw advantage goes away. So Terence, when he goes southpaw, is actually going to a southpaw and a southpaw matchup. And when Terence Crawford is using his southpaw matchup, he's taking away the jab of the orthodox fighter, right? Taking away the jab of the orthodox fighter, getting the orthodox fighter to move in a way that's not comfortable for him, right? Because you're used to moving away from a guy's right hand. So when you're moving away from the guy's right hand and he switches, all of a sudden now you're moving into his power hand, and your mind naturally, after fighting so many orthodox fighters, you got to remind yourself to go the other way because everything switches. It's like that in tennis. It's like that as baseball pitchers. It's like that it's like that pretty much any sport where you have a guy that is a southpaw. It throws all kinds of, in golf, when you have a southpaw, somebody that's a southpaw or lefty golfer, the entire course changes because because the ball's not going this way, it's going this way. So the whole course to them is different than it is with somebody that's in a right-handed stance. And Terence Crawford takes advantage of that. And he took advantage of that with Sean Porter. He's got him his mind set and fought him in an orthodox stance, and then he switched to southpaw. Errol's going to have an advantage the advantage goes away as switching to southpaw with Errol. And if he fights orthodox, then Errol has the southpaw advantage, right? That's the main reason that I'm picking Errol Spence, because I think people underestimate how important it is to Terence Crawford. The southpaw advantage is to him. And yes, he can fight in orthodox. Absolutely, he can fight in orthodox. But Errol is used to fighting orthodox fighters. And that is going to be a different match. And he's a pressure southpaw to boot. He's not a southpaw. He's not a southpaw that is going to be trying to figure you. He's coming forward in the southpaw stance, right? Against a guy that is in the orthodox stance. So I'm just wondering, what is Terence Crawford going to do against a southpaw of that level, of a southpaw, when he's a southpaw? You get me? Southpaw and southpaw matchups are awkward for southpaws. And Terence uses that as a defensive strategy. So I want to know what he's going to do with Errol in that regard, because that is a major part of his strategy. And even when Tim Bradley was saying, look, he's going to get past, once he gets past Errol Spence's jab, when he gets past his jab in what stance? When he gets past his jab in a southpaw stance, if he moves to southpaw, it's easier for Errol to hit him with a jab. Much easier. If he's in his orthodox stance, he's going to come over the top of the jab and he's going to fight in that stance for the whole fight. When he never does that, Terence Crawford is not. Ever since Terence Crawford got to the championship level, I promise you have never seen him fight more than momentary spurts, maybe a round. In the early part of the fight, you never see him go long amount of time in that orthodox stance, ever, because he gets hit in that orthodox stance by orthodox fighters, and he switches to something that's defensive. So when I'm saying I don't know what he's going to do with that, because that's going to be he has to take a different strategy with Errol than he does with those other guys. Sean Porter is not a southpaw. Jeff Horn is not a southpaw. These guys are not southpaws. They are orthodox fighters. And guys, when they fight southpaws, it's awkward for guys that are southpaws to fight southpaws. You know what I mean? And it's awkward for southpaws to fight southpaws. That's where I am on it. Like, I just don't know what he's going to do with that. That's the same thing I say about Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis will fight orthodox or southpaw. When you switch when Terence switches that angle, and all of a sudden you're looking at him like, which way do I go? Because he's really an orthodox, which means even his lead hand is powerful, right? Because he's got a very strong right hand, which is now out in front, right? But Errol is a southpaw, so his jab is very effective as well. It's a very strong jab, and he can block that orthodox jab. If it's in southpaw, that's where I am on it. That's why I think it's difficult, because of Errol's southpaw stance. And in fact, there was a guy, Bruce Trampler, that said, this Errol he said he was picking Terence Crawford because Errol's southpaw's advantage is gone. But I'm like, shit, isn't Terence Crawford's southpaw advantage gone too? Because I'm telling you, man, people don't understand. I think, and this I'm telling you, I'm a boxing fan. If there's a trainer out there that disagrees and thinks, oh, you prepare for it this way, you do, okay, that's fine. I'm telling you, as a boxing fan, I've been watching. People would say Terence Crawford is a switch hitter, that he fights orthodox and he fights southpaw. I'm telling you, man, I hardly ever see him fight orthodox. Hardly ever. It's almost exclusively southpaw against orthodox fighters. And I'm not seeing, and I don't remember the last time he fought a southpaw, right? And if he did he fight a southpaw as good as Errol Spence? That it was an aggressive southpaw. But it'll be interesting to see, man. You know what I mean? It'll be very interesting to see. You all God, I hate guys. I hate you idiots. Jesus Christ. My God, I hate when y'all say that, man. Y'all cap. Wow. Okay. Anyway. Hey, man, come on, man. We got 467 people in the building, 266 likes, man. Get the likes up, man. Get them likes up. Let me roll down here to my man, Autocomplete LLC. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you, man. He said, Errol told Ellie Sethback that he was gonna get in the ring. Had he not said that, I would make nothing out of it. You say it, I'm gonna hold you to it. He said, then after the fight, he said he said he wasn't gonna let him do it. Maybe he changed his mind. What difference does it make? Did he tell him? Somebody got to have. When did he tell him that? Just let me know. Put the link in the chat so I can hear that. Because I never heard that he said that he was going to get in the ring. I didn't hear that. However, I also know, bro, that doesn't mean anything that he didn't get in the ring. He didn't jump in the ring with that dude. I don't know. He's like, I don't believe that. I don't know if he said it. Put a link in the chat, bro, to that where I can see that. Because I never saw it. But no doubt he said, you are too kind, bro. He said, you are kind of air, bro. You kind of are, bro. But it's still a good channel. I mean, dude, it is what it is, man. Y'all want to look, man. I can't get a man more credit than I gave him, man. I really can't, man. Why you acting like Porter winning rounds is different than Plant winning rounds? We all know what the inevitable was. Bud wins post ninth most of the time. Because he won rounds, man. Because if somebody is better than he is, then they may win rounds too. And you may not be able to stop the guy in the later rounds. That's why I'm saying this. And I didn't say it was any different. I'm telling you that Canelo Alvarez is vulnerable. Matthew, I'm saying it's the same thing. I think Canelo Alvarez is vulnerable. I don't think Canelo Alvarez is this undefeatable fighter that no one will ever touch. I mean, I don't think it's any different. I think it's the same thing. When you have a guy like Floyd Mayweather Jr., who goes months without losing a round, you know what I'm saying, goes years. Terence, Floyd Mayweather Jr. might have went 5 fights without losing a round. That is somebody that you have to think, God dog, he never loses a round. He wins every minute of every fight. Like, that's a guy that you sit back and say, oh, I don't think anybody can beat him. Why? Because he wins every minute of every round. He wins every minute of every round. Bud is not trying to get punched, bro. Okay, he's not trying to lose rounds. He is losing rounds because a guy is doing things to win rounds. If one guy can beat you 5 rounds, what happens if some guy that wins 7 rounds, you don't find a way to knock him out? You lose the fight. Losing rounds, winning rounds matters, man. That is, I mean, he's not losing them on purpose. If you're in close fights, but then you get the knockout, dude, one day somebody may outscore you because you may not get the knockout. Like Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder knocked out everybody he fought. And he was losing rounds. What happened when somebody he could not knock out, right? Somebody that could get up. He lost the fight because he couldn't win enough rounds. Because the other guy was winning a bunch of rounds. Right? That's how that happens. I don't believe Canelo Alvarez is undefeatable. I don't. In fact, if you ask me who I think can beat him, I think it's Demetrius Andrade. For the same reasons. Southpaw has the things necessary to cause him problems. Errol Spence Jr.'s pressure, for me, will cause Bud problems. He's going to be in a fight. And on top of it, Terence Crawford's mentality is going to be to fight. They're going to fight the whole time. The whole time. So it's going to be it's a can't miss great fight. And if I don't think, you got to go, bro. Because you're an idiot, bro. You got to go. Idiots got to go, bro. Seriously. Dude, Cap, you put a cat in here, and I see it, I'm getting you out of here. No joke. You guys are too irritating with that Cap stuff. I don't even know, grow up, bro. It's the best I can do. Val Gloria said Arrow's eye is suspect. Yeah, it is. Absolutely it is. It is suspect. He had a torn retina. That is his injury in his preparation, absolutely. And an inactivity because of it. Yeah, that's something to talk about for sure. Y'all think Bud gonna put Spence on his bike? I think they think he's gonna just hit him with something to knock him out. I don't know I still don't ever hear the logic behind it. Out of y'all, I don't hear the logic about it. But I mean, it is, like I say, I think it's a really good fight, bro. It's a fight that Terence Crawford has the ability to win. I'm just picking Errol Spence. I'm just think Errol Spence Jr. got the ability to win. Look, man, we got 489 people in the building. Only got 304 likes, man. Hit that like button, man. Let me slide all the way down here, bro. Fannon, stop yelling at me. I already hit the like button. Spence is the truth for me. Hey, Moose, I talk like this. And if you already hit the like button, I'm not talking to you. So I don't know what you want. If one person hit the like button, am I supposed to say stop hitting the like button? It really does help the algorithm, bro. It really does. It's important to me. It's something that I get out of sitting here and talking to y'all about boxing every day. Okay? Is there something wrong for there being something in it for me? You know what I mean? Some of y'all are at your jobs, working, trying to pass by the time, you know what I mean? Doing what you're doing. You got it playing in your headphones and it allows your day to go faster. That's why I started doing longer live streams, right? Because that's what people need these live streams for. What I need the is for you to like the video, because then people will watch my videos. And that's important to me. Okay. Also, I really appreciate the cash apps and the super chats. This is what it is, bro. Ain't no shame in the game, bro. For me. As far as yelling at you, if you hit the like, I ain't talking to you. If you didn't hit the like, it is what it is. JLJT was blocked. Yeah, you got to get out of here, bro. I hate that cap stuff. Giovanni Walker said, I think Spence can outbox. I think Crawford can outbox Spence from the outside. Hey, maybe he can. Much love in that super chat. Maybe he can. He has the skills to box from the outside, but I don't know because he likes to fight. He loves to fight. He's not going to just let Errol Spence run up on him and start dropping bombs without him trying to get right back at him. That's what I think. My man Jose Rodriguez in the building said, and much love in that super chat, bro. Hold on. Did I get it? Oh, no, I didn't. Jeffrey Brooks in that building. Much love in that super chat, bro. He said, Fannon, Sean is just such a pressure fighter like Spence, but Bud slowed down that pressure and made Sean play a thinking game. Yeah, but he's not a pressure fighter like Errol. He's not the same type of pressure fighter. Sean is reckless. Sean is reckless. And a kind of more of a mugger. Errol's not going out there under control. He's on balance. And he's very fundamentally sound. and it's the fundamentally sound southpaw. It's very stable, where Sean Porter's not as stable. But I get what you're saying, though, for sure. I don't think he's going to run in there reckless like that. Moose the Great said, love the show. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Stop hitting the like button. Canelo says, stop hitting the like button. You're going to hit the like button one time, bro. But I appreciate you if you do. You know what I mean? Said he was joking. I know he's joking. I'm joking too. It's all good. USPR said, this channel where everyone is free to have an opinion without getting harassed for it. Respect the opinion of those who respect yours. Hit the button. Yeah, but you know how it is. Cats love to come in and just yell at other people and call other people idiot. Said Mayman Fannon said, facts on Sean being reckless. Yeah, and he got reckless, and that's what got him knocked out. Because it's a matter of time. He got reckless, and his chin was just out there, and he hit him with that uppercut, and he's like, damn, I got hit with that uppercut. It's the same uppercut. It's the same shot that Errol hit him with. It's the same shot that same shot that Adrian Bronner hit him with, man. You know what I mean? It's literally the same shot. They got his ass knocked. That was time that Errol knocked him down with. So, it was there for him. But, I mean, dude, he's a great fighter, man. Space in the building said, Thurman gave an undefeated Danny Garcia his first L. Yeah, Sean, but I think that's more than likely who he's going to fight, bro. Says Sean Porter throwing haymakers, but the aggression is the same as Spence. I mean, the idea of it is, much love in that super chat, bro. But he's not reckless. He's not reckless, which is why I don't see a knockout. Matter of fact, I'll put it this way. Terence Crawford I think Terence Crawford will need a knockout to beat Errol. I think he has to knock him out because he's going to lose a majority of them rounds off that pressure. While he's figuring out Errol which in matter of fact, I don't think he's even really going to get the time to do that. I think that is going to come at him the whole time. You know what I mean? But maybe if you see Errol get dropped in between, or you see somebody that has a lot of success with Errol in between. But if the person that's had the most success with Errol was Sean Porter, fighting recklessly with Sean Porter. I'm saying fighting recklessly with Errol Spence. Everybody else just got beat pillar to post, didn't win a round. I mean, Errol Spence is also one of those guys that don't lose rounds. Really, other than Sean Porter when Errol was being reckless, well, not reckless, but being very aggressive with Sean Porter and dipping down and trying to make sure he got Sean Porter out of there. Gabriel Rojas said, Fannon, Spence fought Kell Brook 4 years ago when Brook was the IBF champion and took his belt. Fought Porter 2 years ago when he was the WBC champion. Yeah, that comes into play, Gabriel. It does. When you were champions defending their belt. They were champions defending their belt. Psychologically, I think that comes into play. However, man, look, dude. What's going on, Robin Soto? Man, I'm good, man. I can't complain. And thank you guys to everybody that supports in the Super Chat and the Cash App. And I got to check the Cash App because sometimes I forget, bro. And that Cash App is very, very helpful to me. Just so you know. Will not. Hold on one second. Because I forget. Absolutely, man. And I knew to check it, bro. Thank you so much to my man, Sev Will in there. He said, did Bud get exposed as a southpaw in the fight? Much love in that super chat to my man Sev. That Cash App to my man Sev. That's very important. Do I think he got exposed? No, I don't think he got exposed. I don't think he got exposed in that fight. No. There's nothing that I saw out of Bud that I thought was different. He confirmed some things for me. Number one, the dude can crack. And the man can crack. And he definitely can make adjustments. Because, dude, those body shots on Sean Porter were really hurting Sean Porter. So I actually thought that his body shots, his body punching, dude, was better than I thought it was. Like, dude, he really hurt Sean Porter with body shots. That shot to the chest was just ugly. It's ugly. And I think that was when the fight really shifted. When he started landing that shot, when instead of landing to the head, he started landing to the chest of Sean Porter. That's where I thought he really, to me, was very impressive. But I don't think he got exposed, man. I don't. I know that he can lose rounds. So if Errol Spence Jr. can put rounds in the bank, and not give Terence Crawford any chance to really get off on him, right? I think he can win the fight. Like, if the fight goes to a decision, I'm taking Errol all day in a decision because he's going to get rounds. He's the type of guy that racks up rounds. And if he racks up a bunch of rounds and it's going to take longer to get to him than just, he ain't no Jeff Horn. He ain't no Benavidez. Like the Jose Benavidez fight, bro, that he was going round for round with Jose Benavidez. He's going to lose rounds to Errol. So that's where that's where I am on the southpaw matchup and the fact that Errol Spence Jr. is going to put in a lot of going to put rounds in the bank. And if you're counting on him waiting, figuring him out, and all of a sudden he's just landing these hellacious shots on Errol, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. That I haven't seen that out of Errol. Everything that I saw happen to Sean Porter, I've seen happen to Sean Porter before. You know what I mean? And Sean Porter would have difficulties with guys like what's my man's name? Adrian Granados and guys like that. So, it is what it is with Sean. You know what I mean? It is what he is. And he said he don't want to be a gatekeeper, but that's pretty much the stage that he is in his career. He's a gatekeeper. So he beat him, but he did beat that gatekeeper. And again, that's the best competition he's ever had. He just proved, okay, that level of competition is the same as everybody else. Brian James in that super chat. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for the support. He says Spence is back dialed in. Spence is back dialed in, unlike he was against Sean Porter and Mikey Garcia. Bud or anyone else at 147 is beating him. Yeah, that is definitely an aspect of it. He's on weight. Like, even the way he looked in that fight. He looked like at the fight, I looked at that for Errol. He looked very good at that fight. Very good. But, on the other side, dude, it's going to be a tough. Terence Crawford's going to be a very, very hard guy for Errol to beat. Like, there you go. Here you go. Terence Crawford is going to be a very difficult guy for Errol Spence Jr. to beat. And because he does have so many things that he can do. And the guy can crack. He is a legitimately very hard puncher. I don't really know if he's a harder puncher than Danny Garcia. I don't think that he is. I think Danny Garcia is probably a harder puncher, but he's not going to land as many. And they're not going to come from different angles and the different types of shots that he's going to throw. So and he's a very intelligent fighter, very confident fighter. And, he definitely has very good movement. So it's going to be a difficult fight for both of those guys. It's not, and I think that's what you want in boxing. That's what I want as a fan, is to see fights that are difficult fights. You know what I mean? That one of the things that I love, that's why I love that Deontay Wilder dropped Tyson Fury. Because it woke people up. Yeah, okay, you think Tyson Fury, this, that, and the other thing, bro. Deontay Wilder got knocked down by Tyson Fury, got up and dropped that dude 2 times. And really hit him with something that anybody else would have got knocked out with. Because, man, that boy got up from a hellacious shot. Moose the Great said, here's $5 for some coffee. Love the show. The Truth Spence versus Crawford 2022. Gotta happen. Absolutely. It's gotta happen, man. Gotta happen. Make that $100 million, man. And let's make boxing great again. Bro. My man, Jeffrey Brooks in the building said, I can see you're changing your mind about this Bud Spence at some point. You tend to do that at the last minute. I don't tend. Look, man, Jeffrey Brooks. The only thing that I did was go from Terence, I don't think he'll knock Terence Crawford out, to, oh no, I think he can knock him out. And then I explained to you exactly why. Because he's going to hit him with the same shots that Adrian Brawner knocked him down with, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence knocked him down with, and Sean Porter has really got the brakes beaten out of him by Errol Spence. He took a lot of punishment in that Errol Spence Jr. fight. And so he just lost his fight before. He was in a war the fight before last. That was the logic. Other than that, I'm not sure what. Let me know when I ever change, what other fights I've changed my mind in about who was going to win the fight. Not who's going to win. I said the guy was going to get knocked out. I said, nah, he's probably not going to go the distance. Because I saw David Benavidez, yeah, he's going to use that pattern. He's going to use that pattern. And eventually he's going to lay it because he takes that pattern. I just don't see that against Errol. Because if it ain't there, because you wait to do, it's going to have, dude, that shit's going to backfire. That shit can backfire, bro. That can backfire on you. If you're losing those rounds and you get to the later round, you're like, dude, this guy's in deep water. Because you know what they call that? They call you taking you to the deep water and then drowning you. Sean Porter drowned. Errol might not drown, homie. Errol might be picking up his pace. Errol might pick up his pace. Especially if you can't really hurt him early on. If you're not finding bodies and you're taking a lot of body shots, that shit'll wear you down, man. And Errol is definitely going to be touching that body for sure, especially in that stance. But I see you. I didn't change my mind though about who was going to win that fight. I only said what was going to happen. Bud is a bait fighter. He'll patiently wait for that mistake. So that means Errol can't make one, which a lot to ask for. Yeah, man, but he's not, dude. But you're still losing rounds. And what happens if he doesn't make that one mistake? What happens if he does? If you're betting on Errol making a mistake, dude, that's the wrong style to bet with. He's not a sloppy fighter, man. He's not sloppy. He's not somebody that makes a lot of mistakes. He's somebody that is very tight. His guard is very tight. His defense is very tight. He's not somebody he doesn't have a lot of moving parts. He pretty much fights in a straight line, cutting off the ring and engages in the pocket. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Sean Porter makes a ton of mistakes. A ton of mistakes. It's a different fighter, bro. But anyway, I appreciate the support, bro. What's up, Jeffrey? Omar Weaver said, Crawford stopped in elite welterweight. All the other elite fighters in the heavyweight division have ended in decision. That has to count for something. It does count for something. He knocked out Sean Porter. That doesn't mean I think he got to beat Errol. How about that? You know what I'm saying? It does count for something. Absolutely. I agree 100%. That does count for something. Hey, hold on one second. Sorry, I had to yell at my dog to shut up. All my nerves, bro. Yeah, he did stop at elite well. I don't know if he stopped at elite welterweight now. I don't know if Sean is elite anymore. He ain't elite no more. He ain't elite no more. But it is what it is. He definitely got that knockout. CP said Bud got buzzed in the Porter fight. Unlike Porter, Errol has power. That chin is suspect, and he don't miss like that. And he don't miss wildly. He don't miss wildly like that. Wildly like that. But anyway, I do believe he'll beat everybody else. And I think he beat Canelo Alvarez. Hey, do you think Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez? I need to know. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Bud fan and you think he can beat Canelo Alvarez. Errol was missing Porter. So was Bud. What do you mean? So was Bud. Bud was missing. He's hitting him a lot too. What do you mean? He's hitting him a lot too. He said 1. Yeah, exactly. He said 1. Exactly. See? 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, there you go. So let's make it happen. All right? Now, if I can agree with that, if I can agree with you with that, do not call me no Bud hater. Okay? Jeffrey, you an eye doctor? Man, are you an optometrist? He says, Spence, I don't look healthy with me. You can believe that's going to be a target and an excuse if he shall lose. Look, man, are you an optometrist? If that man gets in the ring, if that man gets in the ring, the man gets in the ring. Okay? What is your Bud's excuse going to be? How come it don't work that way? I'm not going to tell you. What's your excuse if Bud loses? Why don't you give me the credit of saying, if Terence Crawford beats Errol Spence, that Terence Crawford was a better fighter? Why does there got to be? Why are you predicting? Why are you predicting that I'll make an excuse if the man wins the fight? Why? If Terence Crawford wins the fight, Terence Crawford was the better fighter. I didn't make no excuses when Errol Spence Jr. got out that car wreck and beat Danny Garcia. And he didn't stop Danny Garcia. I said, oh, yeah, it's because of the car accident. Man, come on, man. Give me more credit than that, Jeffrey. Give people more credit than that. If he wins the fight, people are going to say he won the fight, man. Ain't no excuses need to be made, man. You know? I think you just I just think you guessing. Blu-ray what? What about Blu-ray? I'm saying, Broderick, what's going on, Broderick Hunter? Man, Broderick, was that you? Will you read the whole title, Broderick Hunter? Don't think I didn't see that, bro. Was that you said, say they sold clickbait? Bro, I made a prediction, and it said prediction in the video. I took that personally, man. I'm going to let you know. I took that personally. You know what I'm saying? But you do have to make titles that people will watch. I will tell you that. Because if you put an easy title with nothing in it on YouTube, bro, that shit is never going to, you'll never see it. The algorithm will kill that shit. I'm telling you. You'll be like, damn, I never saw your video. Yeah, it's because the algorithm killed it. Because people didn't hit the like button. Hit the like button, man. By the way, man, we got 420 likes, man. We got 518 people, man. Hit the like button. Canelo's a cheater. Yeah, he is. He cheated for sure. You know what I mean? For now, Blu-ray will be the difference in the Bud Spence fight. Yeah, I think, dude, he looks like he's in great shape right now. And they got a game plan for him, dude. I think the difference is Derek James. I think he's got a great trainer. And he's going to have a game plan for him. I'm telling you. You can't go losing a bunch of rounds, bro, and not think people are going to game plan for that. If there's things that Bud don't like. And if you get a good trainer and you can execute a game plan, you can beat Bud. I mean it and I believe it. I believe that. Victor Postol was like that. He didn't knock out Victor Postol. Victor Postol was a unanimous decision win for Victor Postol. Never had Victor Postol in any trouble. And Victor Postol that was the fight. An undefeated champion. A real one. I ain't talking about no trash Jeff Horn. Okay? Who Manny Pacquiao damn near stopped with a cut eye. Jeff Brooks said, I know for a fact Bud isn't losing to Errol. I'm judging both fighters' way of doing things. You do not know that as a fact, bro. Much love as super chat. You don't know that as a fact. You believe it. A fact is when it happens. I don't know Errol's going to beat Terence Crawford for a fact. I don't know that. I don't know it for a fact. I don't. Do not know it for a fact. He's got to get in there and he's got to fight, bro. And there's a lot of other things that come into play. Dude, Terence Crawford can get injured. He can. He can get, between now and then, dude, he can get injured. He's also older. He also could slow down because it's going to be 2 fights till that fight happens. 2 fights. I want to see Errol get an easy, beat somebody that breaks off somebody and get him out of there type of fight. But fight a southpaw. Get in there, fight a southpaw. Errol, fight a southpaw in your next fight. Make you a pay-per-view. Then fight the dude in the next fight and set it up so y'all can make that money. I want to see the fight, bro. So I can get it. So we can get a pound for pound king in boxing. Because the fighter that is the number 1 guy in boxing. And that's why I want to see the fight. Because, dude, honestly, these guys are both going to lose at some point in time. So I'm not crying. Don't think I'm not somebody that's like, oh, if Errol Spence loses a fight, oh my God, his career's over. What will I do? I'm not, dude. If Errol Spence loses to Terence Crawford, I'm going to clap for Bud. Good job. If Errol beats Terence Crawford, I'm a clap for Terence Crawford. I'm a clap for Bud and his family and that payday. And I mean that at the bottom of my heart. I think those dudes are good people. I think Terence Crawford's people are good people that support Terence Crawford and they work hard. And hey, man, I want nothing but the best for him. Same thing goes for Errol Spence Jr.'s team. And I want to see the fight as a fight fan. That's why I talk about it so much, because I want to see it. And one thing I will say for Bud fans, at least you guys want the fight. At least you're not like Canelo Alvarez fans and you're out there making reasons, all kind of dumbass excuses for why he ain't got to fight anybody in his weight classes. Ain't no Errol Spence fan saying, oh, Bud needs to prove it. But who is Bud beaten? I don't care that he was. Look at Errol. Look at Sean Porter. Sean Porter was already beaten by Errol. That means nothing. Kell Brook was already. I never do that to Bud. I never, ever do that to Bud. Because I could very easily do exactly what Canelo Alvarez fans do to everybody that anybody says should fight Canelo. Make an excuse for why they don't get the fight. Because the truth of the matter is, Errol don't need Bud at all. Don't need him at all. Can get big paydays, because guess who got big payday? Who got big payday fan base? Is Errol Spence. But Terence Crawford fans jumping back out being a little bit more prideful, I appreciate that in you. But I think most of y'all from Omaha, and I like that in you. Be prideful of your boy. You know what I mean? Sportsman clown, Bud all day. Yeah, man, ride with Bud. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. I welcome Bud fans to the live stream, man. If you're a Bud fan, clap for you. Support that man, bro. And don't, because guess what? At the end of the day, Bud and Errol fans are the same fan base of boxing fans. I promise you. You're the same fan base. Ain't nobody riding for Bud. Ain't nobody riding for Bud that if you saw a Canelo Alvarez fight, not very few people, if you saw Canelo Alvarez, Errol getting the Canelo Alvarez fight, ain't gonna root for Errol Spence in that fight. You know what I'm saying? We got that. It's literally the same fan base. And we get it as soon as you start disagreeing, you guys, you're a hater. You're a casual. At least you manning up and at least the fans want the fight. So that's why I gotta respect that, bro. I respect Terence Crawford fans because you actually want the fight and think your man can win. They're like, yeah, that man's ducking. And we're like, nah. And Terence Crawford, and I'm an Errol Spence Jr. fan. I ain't not gonna shortstop you. At least your boy wants the fight. They want the fight. That's why I think it'll be a great fight. And I want to see the fight. All that other stuff, bro, you know, it is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? LaMarcus Watson said, agree with that. Bud and Errol fans are the same. The exact dude we are, man, I'm telling you. Almost with the exception of guys that don't come by the channel on a regular basis, most of the people, first of all, the Bud casual, I don't have every Bud fan that comes by my chat. However, only people that actually think I'm a Bud hater are people that do not watch on a regular basis. Because it's like, what do you say it? How you say that? Man, I forgot my train of thought. It's like, it's with me or against me. You're either with me or against me. That's like, oh man, if you have anything to say bad about if you don't agree with everything I say about my fighter, you're a bad guy, bro. Do you know what killed me last night though? I gotta share something, bro. This actually upset me, man. And I'm trying to get, and my skin is much thicker. Jeffrey Brooks, much love in that super chat, bro. He said, I think it's going to be a fight between Bud and Errol fans on that big day. Nah, ain't going to be no fight. Ain't going to be no fight. There's going to be some salty dudes from Omaha. And there's going to be some salty ass dudes from Omaha, bro. He said, Fannon ain't nothing like them crazy ass Bud fans. Yeah, because they from Omaha. And they don't know shit. Man, there's some ghetto Negro. Hey, them some ghetto Negroes from Omaha, Nebraska, bro, that don't watch no boxing but Bud. You don't watch no boxing but Bud. You don't watch no boxing videos about nobody but Bud videos. That's it. So it's like, man, shut up, bro. They got Bud, they got Errol, but look, they got Errol Spence fans like that too, man. I used to do videos about Errol, man. And dude, I swear to God, bro, if you say that you think Errol Spence Jr. is gonna have a hard fight with somebody, my God, man. Man, at least they don't come with death threats like them cats from Omaha. They'll be out there, I'm like, nigga, I better never see you on the street, nigga, you know. I'm like, you never see you on the street. I'm like, man, will you cut it out, bro? I ain't no law say I gotta say Bud Crawford is Jesus. Get out of here, man. He's a great fighter, but he can get beat just like every other fighter. Ain't no fighter can't get beat, okay? You know what I'm saying? Stop it. Just like it ain't unreasonable, it's not unreasonable for you Terence Crawford fans to think the way that you think. All right? There's plenty of reason to think that Bud can beat Errol. Plenty of reason. Plenty of reason. However, don't act like everybody's a moron because they say, look, dude, Errol Spence ain't Sean Porter. That is not Sean Porter, homie. Triangle theories, first of all, triangle theories don't work. They never work in boxing. You cannot say because Terence Crawford knocked out Sean Porter and Errol Spence Jr. beat him by split decision, that means Terence going to beat Errol Spence. That doesn't work like that, bro. Rice Eater in the building, man. Much love. Hold on, man. 39-0. Porter's his biggest win. It is his biggest win. But that don't mean he can't do. But that don't mean he can't beat better people. Rice Eater said Porter was outboxing Spence in the first. No, he was not. Not brought, man. No, he was. No, he did not. Anyway, outboxing with angles and movement. Spence had to brawl to win. No, he did not. Man, no, he did not. No, he was outboxing him for the 7 rounds. He was outboxing Bud for the 7 rounds. He outboxed Bud for 7 rounds. He literally just outboxed Bud for 7 rounds. He was up in the fight. He was up on the my scorecards against Bud for 7 rounds. He was. He did not outbox. That was a slugfest from beginning to end. There wasn't no period of time when Bud was looking around, when Sean was getting off them ropes, spinning off the ropes. And oh my God, he spun off the ropes. Yeah, and then he threw a punch that didn't land. And in the mix, he was throwing punches that was missing. And Errol was landing and countering them, bro. All he did was take a lot of shots. I'm sorry, man. Y'all be overestimating that. But much love, Rice Eater 79 in that chat. Canelo number shouldn't be listed. He tested. Much love in that super chat, man. Hey, hit the like button, man. We got 479 people in the building, man. Hit that like button, man. Let's get them likes over 500. I'm not going to steal hundo. Exactly. See you in the streets, bro. That's how they would do me, dog. Oh, Mayweather fans? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Leonard Ellerby, though. Bro, Leonard Ellerby wrong, man. Leonard Ellerby, man. Come on, man. Really? I saw this dude, and I like Leonard Ellerby, man. But Leonard Ellerby, man, come on, man. Are you serious? How are you going to be mad at one dude, but you shake the hand and smile in the face of Kevin Iole? I was like, are you fucking serious? Are you serious? Really? Man, Kevin Iole, man, that dude let me down, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That dude let me down on that, man. I ain't gonna mention it because I don't like to mention channels' names or spread stuff, bro. But there is a YouTuber that everybody knows. Asked Kevin Iole a question. Was in there with a press credential. Asks Leonard Ellerby a question. Leonard Ellerby looks at him and says, ain't you the guy that trashes Gervonta Davis? Trashes Floyd Mayweather Jr.? No comment. No, and you know what he did like 2 seconds before that? Kevin Iole walked up to him and shook his hand. He was like, hey, Kevin. I'm like, hold on, man. Even if it's true that that man was trashing Gervonta Davis and trashing Floyd, that's nothing to what Kevin Iole has done did to Floyd Mayweather Jr., Al Heyman, and the PBC. But you can shake that man's hand and answer that man's question, but you can't answer that man's question. Man, that shit was, I had to say something about it. I was seriously, man. I was like, wow, man. Really? You don't like what somebody has to say about your fighter or your friend in one instance, but you a glad-handed dude that said you were going out of business. You a glad-handed man that made up so many lies, that always tells people that your fights flop, are gonna flop. But you can glad hand him. But you're going to disrespect that man straight to his face. And I ain't never had no problem with Leonard Ellerbe. Ever. I mean, because I ain't in the media. I'm not really asking a lot of people for interviews or running up. But, dude, that was just fucking ridiculous, bro. If anybody saw that, bro, I just had to say my word about that, bro. That was, excuse my cussing too. I was really taken back by that, bro. I was really taken back by that. Like, dude, you can say that the guy trashed your fighter. Because honestly, man, there's a lot of YouTube dudes that will trash fighters, that talk really bad about fighters, that talk bad about Floyd. That I can understand that. But, bro, when somebody else does the same thing and you gonna glad hand him, the guy got a press credential, man. Why don't you respect the man? But anyway, if he hadn't just glad handed Kevin Iole, I wouldn't say anything. I'd be like, oh, okay, I understand. Much love in that super chat. Anthony Britt said, Sean was winning rounds against Arrow, so how does that make sense? Sean was Anthony Britt. Sean was winning rounds against Crawford. So what? So what? And I'm maintaining it. So what? That's what I'm saying. Hold on one second. Anyway, they say you saw that too? Yeah, I saw that, man. That was just like, for real? Okay. That was just, I thought that was foul, bro. Like real, not that he did it. Cause dude, if you mad and you want to catch an attitude, whatever, bro. But dude, not against somebody that's doing this, but you glad hand somebody doing the same thing to you. That's why I don't want to be in the media at all, man. That's why I don't want to be in the media. It said Ellerbe is all about the money, not the biggest fights. That's all I get from him when he talks. Yeah, but he's telling the truth. That's why I like Leonard Ellerbe. I like Leonard Ellerbe because he's telling the truth. He's not lying. He's telling the truth. He's not. I have no problem with Leonard Ellerbe. Like, that's why he's telling the truth. Unlike Bob Arum, who's just making shit up. Leonard Ellerbe is telling you straight, look, man, I'm not trying to make that fight. Devin Haney doesn't sell. There's nothing, and he's polite about it when he says it, but he's telling the truth. He's like, look, man, I'm not making a fight with, he's going to want too much money for the fight. And I'm not Eddie Hearn. We're not throwing a lot of money out of there. You know what I'm saying? We're not, it was hypocritical. I'll say that. I've seen other fighters do that though. I've seen Tyson Fury do that to Ellie Sethpak. It's actually a testimony to the dude because it tells you that everybody knows who he is. You know what I mean? And also, dude, you know what the thing is? And this is where I am on it. And this is me personally. It is really tough to mix being an influencer with being a media guy. You know what I mean? Because like when you do live streams and you're having just casual conversations about what your opinion are and all of that stuff, you're being an influencer. Like my YouTube channel, I'm not a media guy. I really am a boxing fan that is giving you my opinion. So when I give you my opinion, and I'm being very honest about it, I do not hold me to the same standards that you hold Dougie Fisher. Because first of all, I don't have access to the same information that Dougie Fisher has. I'm in this regard. I am not representing Ring Magazine. What I am is I'm pretty much myself, and I'm trying to get a bunch of guys. I have a boxing forum where we all get together and we share our opinion. So if I want to call you a jackass, you know what I'm saying, or talk to you and say, hey man, can somebody put in the comment chat whether it was the second or the third knockdown? Bro, I'm literally a boxing fan talking to other boxing fans. It's difficult. And I'm not saying it's a right or wrong thing to do or a wrong thing to do. It's difficult when you mix being like a YouTube personality and that's what it is. It's a personality, right? When you're being, a boxing fan and you're just chopping the shit up as a boxing fan. And when you're being an actual media guy, you see what I'm saying? that's a tough mix for anybody that's in new media or anybody that's in in any group. Like they say new media because they're trying to literally be the media, right? We're going to do media or we're going to do journalism in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Journalism in a different way. I'm not a journalist, and I'm being very, very straightforward with you. What I do is I read what journalists write. I read boxing articles. I watch interviews. Every once in a while, if I know somebody, I may get them on the channel and ask them some questions, right? But that's just because I may know them, not because I am a journalist, right? And that's why, see what I'm saying? So it's a tough thing. That's why I'm like, Leonard Ellerbe, I can understand why Leonard Ellerbe would be like he doesn't really know how to read that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that specifically of any person. I'm saying that's what they feel about YouTubers. They always say, oh, YouTubers do this. YouTubers do that. You know what I mean? Because it's a hybrid. It's very much a hybrid. You know what I'm saying? Where Kevin Ioli's not a hybrid. Kevin Ioli is a straight up journalist who has, by the way, journalistic ethics that he needs to abide by that he does not abide by. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Britt said, you missed my super chat. My bad, bro. Let me back up and get it. Hey, y'all, hit the like button while I go back and I look for this super chat right here. Say, Anthony Britt says, Sean was winning rounds against Arrow, so how does that make sense? I got that one. Anthony Britt, I got that. Trey Boy, hold on a second. He be talking. I'm telling you something about Leonard Ellerbe. Leonard Ellerbe tells the truth. He ain't talking out the side of his mouth, bro. Leonard Ellerbe is a very skilled communicator. What's going on, Nelson? I'm chilling, bro. And I don't know what you mean. You got to complete that question. Sean Porter was winning rounds against Errol. Yeah, it was. Which tells you that if Errol Spence Jr. allows somebody to continue to win rounds, he has the ability to lose the fight. But guess what? He doesn't lose a lot of rounds. I think that he did that against name somebody else that was winning a lot of rounds against him, other than Kell Brook for a championship fight. You know what I'm saying? But I got that though. I appreciate you, and it's love too. Thank you for supporting in the super chat, bro. Much love in that super chat. You know what I'm saying? So look. On that, and I'm going to tell you, like I said, that's why I never say I'm new media, because I'm not media. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But if I was, then you know what I have to do? I am duty bound to make sure that I double and triple check every fact and that there's no half-ass facts swinging out there that I report as being true, right? You cannot have sensational headlines when you are a journalist. You know what I mean? You can't do it. You gotta or interpret things in ways that are, that somebody be like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that. But as a YouTube guy, man, fuck all that. You can do whatever you want to do. See, if all you are is a boxing fan, and you know what I'm saying? That's because I'm a boxing fan. Period. You know what I mean? But we got a forum, and guess what? It costs money to operate a forum, and that is the truth. So I put up videos. The super chats are greatly appreciated because it costs money to run a forum. This is not free. All this shit costs money. You know what I mean? Hey man, Black Fawn said you got to get Brian Custer on the phone. Show champ. That's my fraternity brother, bro. Like that, doing stuff like that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting Brian Custer on the show. I don't know how to get in contact with Brian Custer because I'm not in the media. If I was in the media, I'd know how to get in contact with him. I don't know how to if somebody knows how to get in contact with Brian Custer, let me know. Every time I contact somebody, bro, unless they reach out to me, I have no idea how to get them, bro. None. Because I don't have any contacts with promoters. No, I have no contact with promoters. Except for some people, that never want to be quoted, right? There are some people that that never want to be quoted. So I don't even talk to them anymore because they know, or I talk to them, but I'll say, hey, this is a source. And I'm not ever going to give up that. I'm just going to say, yeah, that's my source. Hey, man, Right Cedar 79 in the building. Much love in that super chat, bro. He says, Spence hit Porter with the kitchen sink in the 11th and Porter and fought to a 12th split decision. Porter knocked down 2 times in the 10th versus Crawford and was never going to see the 10th. So what? Put the first part of that in there, bro. Spence hit Porter with everything but the kitchen sink. Crawford was never going to see the 12th against Crawford. The two are connected, bro. You cannot take that type of ass whooping and think it's not going to affect your body. Sean Porter had already been in a dastardly war. He had already gotten the brakes beat. He'd already gotten his brake concussed, damaged, all kind of shit by Errol Spence. The fight before last. You don't heal from all of that. That's wear and tear on your body. So guess what? Sean Porter, who fought Keith Thurman, may have never gotten knocked out by Terence Crawford. He may have lasted. You know why? Because he had never taken that amount of beating before. Once you getting beat up, it's easier for somebody to knock you out. Dog, you know what I'm saying? And that's why Derek James said it ahead of time. He was like, because when he was asked what he thought about the fight, he was like, oh, it'll be a good fight. He's got Terence Crawford, but he's like, look, Terence Crawford is getting his hands on a fighter that we already damaged. We did a lot of damage. We did a lot of damage on Terence Crawford. I mean, we did a lot of damage on on Sean Porter, and that damage is still there. I mean, y'all see, you can, yeah, exactly, conveniently forget. I don't know what you're saying that, but conveniently forget that Sean Porter was in a war the fight before last. And guess what? Sean Porter did not. You're saying he wasn't going to make it to the 12th. You don't know that. And on top of his father quit. He quit. He quit. He quit. He quit. Quit. He didn't quit against Errol. He quit. And styles make fights. It is what it is, though. Curtis Sewell, chill out. I don't know what that no reason is, but stop blocking people so much. Because I don't care, bro. Seriously. It's not that serious, bro. And this is a Terence Crawford video. There shouldn't be that many people getting blocked for Terence Crawford. This is not like we're talking about Tyson Fury, okay? Where you just got some random jackasses, or Canelo, random jackasses, running through the chat, bro. He did quit. They threw in the towel. What is that? He threw in the towel. His corner quit. What did they not throw the towel in? Is there something I'm missing? Didn't he throw the towel in? Didn't Kenny Porter, the trainer manager, take a towel and show the white towel to the ref and said no more fight? His corner quit. I know he didn't quit himself. His corner quit. He didn't get knocked. His corner pulled the fight. It could have been a cut. And it would have been a TKO as the same reason for a cut. No, bro, he didn't. You were saying that he couldn't go on 12. I don't think he would have went 12. But, bro, he quit. His team quit. Anthony Britt, you are behind. I did get your super chat. Let me do it this way. Hold on one second. All right, there you go. Yeah, that message is to him in the chat. So, Fannon, you think Porter could have made it to the 12th after getting dropped 2 times in less than a minute? Tyson Fury did. Tyson Fury did. Tyson Fury got dropped 2 times by Deontay Wilder. It came back and won a knockout. There you go. I don't know if he could or if he couldn't. I don't think he would have. I think it would have been a knockout. But that doesn't change the fact that man waved the towel. Sean Porter was pounding. Sean Porter was very awake, bro. He was not dizzy. He was very awake, pounding and he said, do you want to fight on? He said, yeah. He yelled it. Yeah, I want to continue. He yelled it. He wanted to continue. That fight was going to the 11th, bro. All he had to do was hold on. It wasn't no 3 knockdown rule. If he wanted to continue, he could have got to the 11th round. I don't know whether he could have survived by running or whatever. I don't know. He got knocked down and got at the end of the round, end of that round with Errol Spence Jr. He got up and kept fighting. I don't know. Dog, his legs were not that. Yeah, dog, stop it. Whatever. Yeah. Hey, Rice Eater, come on, man. You're full of shit. At this point, you're full of shit. I never had any triangle theory, bro. You don't know what let me address you, bro. If you're going to say something, know what it means. A triangle theory is where you say 3 fighters fight each other. I gave you an example of somebody being knocked down 2 times in a round, getting up and continuing. That's not a triangle theory. A triangle theory is when you say Errol Spence Jr. went the distance with Sean Porter. Terence Crawford knocked out Sean Porter. That means Errol Spence is going to beat Terence Crawford is going to beat Errol Spence. That is a triangle theory. You're using the conclusion of one thing to support your conclusion on something else. I'm not saying, all I'm saying is, you asked me, do I think that he would have made it out of there? And I say, I don't know if he would have. That's the truth. I don't know. And then I say, I'll tell you why I don't know. Because I've seen people get knocked down 2 times in a round and get back and continue to fight. I've seen it. Seen people get knocked down 2 times in a round and continue to fight. One-eyed man. Deontay Wilder's a killer, though. Deontay Wilder's a killer. He's a bigger killer than Terence is. Bigger killer than Terence is. And Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury got up after 2 knockdowns in the same round. You know what I mean? He didn't hit the ground like boom and bounce. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's all good. And by the way, it's all love in the conversation too. Hey, man, come on, man. Let's get them likes over 600, bro. Oh, Lewis said, I didn't even realize I was blocking. Sorry. Yeah. Timeout, not block. No blocks. Timeouts. I block. You timeout. Do not block them. As a matter of fact, if somebody gets blocked, another wrench should immediately unblock them. I block. Okay? Because trust me, when I don't want to see you no more, I'm going to say I won't see you no more. And I know the thing. If I block you, you're going to come back under another name. All I'm making you do is reset your, you're going to go get another Google account and you're going to be okay. You're going to be right back in there talking smack. It is what it is, bro. You never heal from that, bro. You're older. You took a battle, bro. Stop it. You get beat up in a war. That does damage to you. You know, it was 2 years ago. It doesn't matter. Man, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be trying to make, dog, all right, let me do it. Let me do it for you. Let me do it for you. All right. Bud Crawford is the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. He is the pound for pound best fighter in the world. I think that he has a great resume and that the Sean Porter fight really helps his resume. Got it? I think he will beat Keith Thurman. I think he will beat Danny Garcia. I think that he could actually has a chance of going up to 154 and beating Jermell. I think he's got a legitimate chance to beat Jermell Charlo. I think that if he could carry the weight, I think he's a better fighter than Canelo. You all don't take no satisfaction out of none of that. None of it. You don't care about none of that. All you want is for me to tell you that Errol Spence Jr. that Terence Crawford will beat Errol Spence Jr. That's all you care about. You don't care about nothing else. Nothing else. Errol is living rent-free in your dome pieces. Because you won't appreciate his career, man. Bud is telling you he don't even need Errol. He don't need him. That's what the man is saying. I'm already a Hall of Famer. I don't need him. No, we can't say that. I'm saying it. I meant every word of what I said. I think more highly of Terence Crawford than y'all do. And then you turn around and say I'm a hater. It's a fact. I'm trying to tell you. It's a fact. I think all of you Terence Crawford fans, I actually think better of Terence Crawford than you do. I do. I think more highly of him than you do. Because you don't support that. Y'all don't support that. You don't hear him never hear y'all say that. Oh, he's the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. I never, ever, ever hear you. Whenever I do that, I'm all alone. I'm all alone in my chat. You know what I mean? All the videos that you do not watch where I discuss Terence Crawford or Canelo Alvarez, and then I say, nah, bro, you be hating. Nah, idiot, you don't be listening. You just an idiot. That's not hating. How much? I'm going to put your dumb ass on chat because you obviously got threw out before. Bro, if I say he's the number one fighter in the world, and I mean it, if I say I really think that Terence Crawford could move up as long as he can carry the weight, I think he can beat Canelo Alvarez. As long as he can carry the weight. And in fact, what I'd like to see is him get on a little computer all and do it the way everybody else does it. If he gets on them computer all burger, if Terence Crawford gets on his computer all burgers, he can go up just like Canelo is. He'll go up and beat Canelo. Beat him. How is that hating? Or do you ever even think about that? You never even talk about it because you showed up under another name. Nah, bro, you be hating. You know why? Because you just don't want Errol Spence. You're hating is what you're doing. You're hating on Errol, and you don't see that. See, and let me explain this to you. There are fanboys and there are haters. Fanboys, haters. Okay? Fanboys are always calling other people haters. And haters are always calling people fanboys. You are on that hater fanboy, what do you call it? Continuum. You're on the hater fanboy continuum. Because you're a hater of Errol Spence, you don't see me as anything but a fanboy. And because you're a fanboy of Terence Crawford, you see everybody else as a hater. All haters here, all haters ever see are fanboys. And the only thing fanboys ever see are haters. And that's where you are, son. You are on that hater fanboy, hater fanboy, hater fanboy. And you know what? Just think of the hater fanboys as like a wheel that spins and spins and spins and generates money for Floyd Mayweather Jr. It generates money that hater, fanboy, hater, fanboy, hater, fanboy, hater, fanboy. Flomo, Pactard, Flomo, Pactard. That's what you are, okay? What I am is a boxing fan, bro, that can see something. I'm telling you that Canelo Alvarez, that these are great fighters. You will not, but you can't hear me because he's a hater. Why? Because I'm a fanboy. I'm a fanboy. He's a hater. I'm just a hater, and he likes that guy, so he's a fanboy. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro, that's that circle you're on, bro. The circle of boxing stupidity. It's the never-ending circle of boxing stupidity that you're on, bro. Seriously. And you know what? Them troll channels love you. They love you. Because they just will make a video. Fannon's a hater. He's a fanboy. He's a hater. He's a fanboy. He's a hater. He's a handboy. He's a fan hater. He's a hater. He's a hater boy. I mean, you just get confused, bro. You know what I'm saying? He said, don't forget about the Flomo Pactards. That's what I'm saying. Flomo Pactard. Flomo Pactard. You know what? That's it. To a Flomo, Pactards are haters. You know what I'm saying? And fanboys. And to the Flomos, the Pactards are all haters and fanboys. You know what I'm saying? There's like never any in between with y'all bums. So no matter what I say about Terence Crawford, if I don't say he beats Errol Spence, I'm a hater. Nah, bro, you be hating. And especially y'all in them boxing camps, because you don't pay any attention. All you do is watch. Hey, Space, don't get thrown out of here, bro. Seriously, you'll get tossed for that shit. Do not do that. Okay? I'm going to tell you. Space, you're about to get shot to fucking space. Do not do that in my chat. I mean it. Very next one, you're out. Don't do that. Do not do that. And I very, 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 very much mean it. Don't do it. I'm telling you, mod or not, you're going to get sent to space, bro. And you ain't coming back. All right? I know that you guys are in here. I know you are. Okay? I know you are. My numbers say you're in here. Do not do that shit to them. Don't do that to me. Don't. I don't appreciate it at all. This is not one of them places, homie. Oh, he got a wrench because I gave him a wrench. Caden, I gave him a wrench because I like him. Doesn't stop me from blocking you from the channel, though. At all. Doesn't stop me. No. No, he's not demoted, but I'm going to tell you, whatever. I'm not going to take your wrench, but I'm telling you, I will throw you the fuck out for that. Do not do that shit. First of all, you can't name 5 people. I don't like that, bro. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. This is not one of them. This is not a rest. It's not a rest haven for hoes, bro. Okay? It's not a rest haven for hoes. If you want to be out there hating on other channels and hating on people and what they do and their opinion, bro, go somewhere else and do that. I don't need that. I don't want it. Don't need it. Okay? Don't want it. Don't need it. Anyway. Carlos Del Santiago. Fannon is no hair or fanboy. He's just a great analyst and loves the sport. He knows boxing. He gives credit where credit is due. And Bud is great. So is Spence. And that will be a chess match. Exactly, bro. That's what it is, bro. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. That's just going to be a great fight, bro. Let me check these likes, though, because y'all be chintzy on my likes, man. Come on, man. Let's get them likes over 600, bro. I love it, man. Mike Ryan said, knuckle game, you must be the only have been watching Spence fight. Crawford fight, Spence is a monster. Bro, they're both monsters. That's why I don't even get this. Those dudes are both monsters, bro. Both of them are monsters. And if you want to know why, did you see how Errol left? This is why I think Errol left. Because he gets sick of people in his ear with this crap. Because he gets sick of people with the same crap in his ear about that stuff. And he's a mean dude. He's nice, but the dude is mean. That dude ain't running from Bud Crawford, bro. That ain't in him. And Bud ain't running from him. Bud ain't running at him. And Errol ain't running at him either. Ain't running at him. It ain't. Hey, there you go. There you go. He said, nah, for JL Squad said, nah, for none. Us Omahans know Bud best pound for pound. Oh, the Omaha cats know. I know. But I'm talking about the rest of these bums. I don't even have any problem. Hey, for y'all in Omaha, bro, I'm telling you, I don't got no problem with guys like, what's that dude's name? Is Red his trainer? Even though I think Red might have, man, them dudes call me all kind of hater and all that. That's his camp. They're supposed to. They supposed to find something to get themselves in their feelings, bro. And I don't mind it. Like, yeah, Bernie the Boxer, I'm a huge Bernie the Boxer fan. And Bernie the Boxer cannot stand me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Will not come to my show no matter how many times I've asked that man to come to my show. Asked him multiple times, bro. will not come, dog, but I understand. Hey, if I say something, yeah, man, dude, look. Bomac is good from what I can see. Bomac is good people. Bernie the Boxer's good people. Her sister is good people. Mama good people. All them people are doing what they supposed to do. They're supporting Bud to the nth degree. And if you ain't riding with Team Bud, they ain't trying to have you nowhere around them, dog. Nah, bro, he didn't mistake him for somebody else, bro. Chillville, no. He did not mistake him from somebody else, bro. If you don't think Leonard Ellerby watches Leonard Ellerby has watched my channel. Okay? Get out of here, bro. Everybody, when you get 100,000 people, 40, 50,000 people watching a video, and you get and I'm not even gonna talk about Blue. Dude, there is nobody that does not watch these videos. These videos do more traffic than those articles that the boxing media write. I'm telling you. They know exactly who everybody is. They know exactly. He knows exactly what everybody said. He knows exactly who he is, bro. He didn't mistake him. How you gonna mistake him? No, he knows exactly who he is, bro. Al Heyman knows exactly who he is. Al Heyman knows who I am. There ain't no surprises out here, bro. I'm trying to tell you, these dudes, no. Whenever you get, and this is my rule of thumb, I'm telling you, this is what I believe. Whenever you get, hey, thanks, Space, I appreciate that, man. Seriously, bro. And I'm going to give you something, I'm going to explain to you why, Space. Because you don't even know who the LDBC is. You more than likely do not even know who they are. I promise you. I bet you know the name of 3 channels. 3 channels. Other than that, you don't know who these guys are. I'm telling you, you don't. People use new media and they use the word LDBC. They mean black people. 99 out of 100 times. That's what they mean. They mean black people. They mean black commentators who support black fighters. Whether they're associated with that group or they're not associated with that group. That's just the truth. You don't know who they are. And so the label is out there and you trash just for no reason, bro. Cats can't grow there's a lot of really good dudes, bro, that really know boxing. They can't grow their channels because you guys trash them so much and you've never ever heard them. You've never heard them. And I mean that. Like, certain dudes don't even fuck with me. And I'm going to tell you very, very straightforward, bro. Dog, that doesn't matter. They know their boxing. They know their boxing. And yeah, some cats will ride with a fighter that you may not like and say things that you may not like. But those guys love boxing. They know their boxing. And to label everybody and follow these trolls and shit on them 24/7, bro, that's not cool, man. It's not cool. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you that from somebody in my position. You know what I'm saying? And if I say it, bro, come on. Anyway, so just don't do that around me, man. I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. Because cats always come to my channel telling me about things that I think that I never said. Ever. Whole bunch of morons. You said, no, I did not say that. I never said that. You are telling me something that you hear somebody else said that they never said. They probably never said either. You know what I'm saying? So just, yeah, I appreciate it. I just don't like that, man. And it's something I got to stop with a dead stop on my channel. On my channel. Everybody else can go rat and fuck over people if they want to. And spread all kind of dumbass rumors and laugh at people and muddy their name for no good reason. If y'all want to do that shit, y'all go do that. I don't need you. and I'm tell everybody straight to your face. I don't need you. I don't need you. You don't need me. I don't need you, bro. Renee, you get one just like that. No problem, bro. Just like that. Boom. You got it. Knuckle game 100. Why would you time him out for Vlad saying for knuckle games 100% facts? Don't do that, Right Cedar. You about to. Oh, Right Cedar was. Exactly. All that hearsay shit, bro. Motherfuckers try to run my name into the mud off stupid shit like that, bro. Like to the mud. You know what I mean? Like, man, come on, bro. You guys just stop. Whatever, bro. Like I said, I don't need you. You don't need me. I don't need you. So that's what that is. That don't make nobody a bad person. Anyway, let me check these likes, man. Let's get likes over 600. That's what's up. Thank you. Gabriel Rojas, you got a wrench. You got one. Anyway, somebody asked me a question, bro. Space said, appreciate the advice, Fannon. Thanks. Yeah, man. Thanks. Yeah, it's just, you know what I mean? Chevo Dank in the building. What's going on, bro? How you feeling, man? TD Rose says, starting YouTube beef is hella lame. Yeah, man, them dudes have whole channels off that dumb shit. They have whole channels off that. Because they're not very mature people, bro. And I'm telling you, they're not very mature. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? They don't want to stand on their own 2 feet. They want to talk about other people and dog out other people. So if you don't like, do you know how many views I could get? I promise you. I could get 150,000 views if I did a video shitting on Blue Blood. I promise you. If I wanted to get 100,000, if I wanted 100,000 subscribers, all I would have to do is shit on Blue Blood twice a week. That's all I have to do. Just shit on him 2 times a week. All those people that don't like him will come to my chat. Yeah, Fannon. Yeah, Fannon. Yeah, Fannon knows what he's. Yeah, Fannon knows his boxing. Yeah, all right. Fannon don't need you. You know what I'm saying? Fannon don't need you. Fannon say F you is what Fannon say. Fannon don't need you. Okay? Fannon will take his 60,000 subs and grow it at 1,000 and grow it. Chevo Dank, see, that's what I'm saying. No, he's not. He's a very good channel, bro. Works very, very hard. But what's going on, Chevo Dank? No, he's not. And honestly, bro, time out. Don't think I won't. Anyway, let's get back to it. De La Cruz said, Fannon, what do you think about Boo Boo fight? That Boo Boo will beat Canelo. That Boo Boo will beat Canelo is what I think. And that Boo Boo will beat, and now I hate it, but I think Boo Boo will beat Jamal Charlo too. As long as Boo Boo Andrade got a chin, it's going to be very hard for people to beat him. He's very, very intelligent, and he got that boy up out of there. I love Demetrius Andrade, and I hate that Demetrius Andrade don't get more credit for being a great fighter. I wish he really would, bro. He looked very, very good. But again, he fighting a Euro bum, so he did what he's supposed to do. He beat that Euro bum like he's supposed to beat that Euro bum, bro. Kenneth Howard said, talk that shit, you feel me? Yeah, man, you know what it is. You must be from New Orleans. You feel me? I'm just telling you. I tell everybody. And cats don't like that shit, bro. Look, man, none of y'all put me on. Nobody put me on. Nobody put me on. On you, nobody put me on. So, bro, I just have to stay in my lane, bro. Right in my lane, and I'll be fine, man. Any way it goes. So, you know, y'all can make them videos about me, bro. I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you. So, and I don't want you. More importantly, even if I needed you, I don't want you. Kick rocks, bro. Knuckle Game said, Andrade's a great fighter, but he makes a lot of mistakes. He can't afford to make mistakes in there with Charlo. I haven't seen that. I don't know what mistakes you're talking about, but maybe I got to look. I've never seen Demetrius Andrade lose a round. And I've seen everything be very, very purposeful. Very, very purposeful. He's very accurate. Very awkward, bro. You know what I'm saying? Very accurate. Very awkward. Brian VV, much love in that super chat, bro. He said, Fannon, keep doing your thing. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you a lot, bro. Thank you so much for that support in that super chat, man. Let me check the Cash App. Because y'all do be supporting over there, man. I was like, wow, people are starting to catch on to that Cash App. Because on the real, that helps your boy a lot, man. And let me, hold on one second. Oh, that's some type of, all right, cool. Charlo can't box like Andrade. Yeah, he's a straight line fighter. I'm learning new phrases in the building. He's a straight line fighter, bro. Troy King said they need to stop hating and ask how it's done. I mean, nah, it's not in them. They can hate. It's not in them, bro. That's what they are. They're trolls. They're trolls, bro. I'm telling you. Trolls. That's what they are. They're trolls. And they want to talk boxing. So it is what it is, bro. They do them. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. I almost forgot I had a meeting today. Big BGM 45 said, I watch you for that fade, homie. Matt White Spence is gonna beat Crawford. Believe it. I don't think you want that. Matter of fact, I send you my Cash App. Huh? I match you for that fade, homie. Matt White Spence. Oh, you're not talking to me. Yeah, you talking to somebody else. Same man named Matt White, I guess. Anyway, yeah, that's Matt White. Sorry about that. Starstruck Sports said, what do you think about Andrade? Bud ain't beating him. And that's a 100% Bud ain't beating him. Ain't a rat's chance in hell he's beating him. No way. Terrible matchup for Bud. But that's no way. Like, I cannot fathom him beating that guy. Too small. Space said, will you ever have guests on your show? Yeah, absolutely. I've had guests on my chat, but I've had guests before. Here's the problem with that, though. The only problem with guests is that you guys, like, I feel inclined to always support them. But yeah, I've had them before. Yeah, and I'll have them again. I got a guest coming up pretty soon. I got somebody I'm gonna have. Either this week or next week, I'm gonna have a guest, bro. Knock him out, Fannon. I mean, I'm not gonna say that, but I don't think it's a close fight between Crawford and Andrade. No. Andrade is just Bud ain't gonna do nothing with that. You know what I'm saying? It's like Bud ain't gonna do nothing with that. And Andrade, I do believe, is that same southpaw. Southpaw, very, 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 very big deal. Very, very big puncher and all of that stuff. Nah, he's not talking about guys like Drew. He's talking about guys like, I had Errol Spence Jr.'s dad on the channel before. I think I've had Derek James on the channel before. I think he's talking about guys like that. Man, I think I might have missed the super chat. Oh, no, I got that. Brian Vivi from the UK in the building. OP in the building, man. Much love, brother. He says, Spence is better at making adjustments than any fighter in boxing. Crawford got hit with 4 right hands in a row by Porter. Spence beats Crawford. That's a good point. People don't pay attention to the fact that Errol Spence Jr. can make adjustments to people. That Errol Spence Jr. has the ability to make adjustments to what he sees in the ring and what the guy is doing. And Errol's not afraid, dude. I'm telling you, man, I think Sean Porter was afraid. He looked like he wasn't in the fight, man. Like, just didn't. I didn't really believe him coming into the fight. LP, much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for the support, man. Be Easy, man, that's my dude, Be Easy in the building. I ain't read too many of your comments today. He said, Bud has nothing to keep Andrade off of him. He will get walked down. Yeah. I think that's a bad matchup. Now, Terence Crawford, Sean Porter Canelo on the other hand, he's flat-footed. Sean Porter is flat-footed. Not Sean Porter, excuse me. Canelo Alvarez is flat-footed. And he's about the same height as Canelo, about the same reach as Canelo, all of that. The problem for Canelo with Crawford with Canelo is whether or not he can really handle that size. But I'm telling you, if he does that computer all, if he gets on that hamburger diet, it's easy money. And I encourage him to do it. Go ahead, bro. Get on that computer all, bro. They got a certain limit. They got that limit that you can have. As long as you microdose and you don't get over that limit of computer all, bro, you can make 160 with plenty power, no problem. You just have to microdose. You just got to microdose computer all. No worries. If it's in your system and as long as below that dose, spend you about $100,000, get you about $100,000, something like that, Put it on Mimo Heredia, drop $100,000 on Mimo Heredia, and make it happen. You'll be right up there Canelo. Right up there with him. Looking like a stack of muscle. And you know what'll happen? Everybody will call you a steroid user. Right in the ring with Canelo. Because that's what they did with Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez. When Juan Manuel Marquez got sick of that crap, he's like, you know what? I'm sick of it. I'm juicing too. Man, when he got on that juice, bro, it was so obvious. So obvious Juan Manuel Marquez was on juice. That man's body changed 100%, bro. He came in there looking like an Abercrombie and Fitch model. All ripped six pack, all kind of shoulders bulging all the damn sudden. Man, and all these Manny Pacquiao fans were like, oh, he's on steroids. He's like, yeah, he's on steroids. Just like Manny. So when he got that little bit of oomph and Manny jumped into that steroid, the same shit he'd been getting hit with, by the way, my man Marquez had been hitting him with that same shot for 3 other fights. When he leaned in into a little much, bow, night. Hamburger power, baby. Hamburger power. Ringside with LCD said, this is the first fight that I saw Bud looking like a big welterweight. He was big. Much bigger than Sean. He has fully grown into 147. Looks physically strong, too. Can't wait to see the fight with Spence. Yeah, he does. Much love in that suit, but he's always that big, though. He's that big in 147, though. He was that big in 147. He said that mystery meat died. Yeah, he was that big in 147. Chev O'Day said, Fannon, you speaking facts, bro. Love your channel. Marquez was on steroids. Hell yeah, he was. And I loved it. Look, he was on steroids, and I loved every second of it. And I ain't shame at all, man. Because I was sick of it, bro. Stop. Manny's on juice. You can't, dude. If you go back and look at the Manny Pacquiao fight go back and look at the Manny Pacquiao fight with Antonio Margarito. If you telling me that man is not on power pellets, bro. If you tell me you do not think that man is on something in that damn ring, hopping around like the damn Energizer Bunny for 12 rounds, never taking a breath, never tired, didn't lose no speed, didn't lose any power, just running downhill. Man, get out of here, bro. If that dude ain't on juice, please tell me what would he be if he got on it? Like, I can see, dude, even like with Deontay Wilder, we're like, oh, Deontay Wilder's got to work on his conditioning. Yeah, but Tyson Fury doesn't. Doesn't it strike you a little funny that a guy that is 6'9", 300 pounds can fight at a faster pace than Muhammad Ali? Seriously, look at the pace he fought at in that fight. And look at the pace these guys were fighting. Other guys that side will fight at. Tyson Fury never gets tired in a ring. Never. Just click. Okay, but you're 300 pounds. You're 6'9", 300 pounds. 12 rounds, all go, no tired. Okay. I'll believe that in another lifetime, especially because he already popped dirty. But that's why a lot of people are saying, you know what, man? He said EPO. Yeah, it's like, man, stop. It's obvious. Anyway, Gabriel Rojas in the building said, Fannon, Porter saying that Bud was his toughest opponent doesn't mean a thing to me. That's his friend. He's just looking out for him. And it may be his toughest fight, bro. He's over the hill. It may have been his toughest fight. He got knocked out. It may have been the toughest fight for him. But that doesn't mean that Terence Crawford, that's going to be that Errol ain't going to be Sean's toughest fight. It is what it is, though. Some people, I hope to see the fight. So at the end of the day, we can have that wonderful conversation, bro. Dev O'Shea said, Fannon, you're the number one pound for pound facts channel. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. I work on it, man. You know what I mean? I work on it for sure. We got that 627 likes in the building. Thank you very much, man. BGM 45 says Spence resume is better than Crawford and this man fought a top welterweight after he broke his face in a car accident. It is in welterweight. I don't think it is. I mean, the resume, his whole resume. I mean, I think you should get a man channel. I think you should get a man credit for having won, fights in multiple divisions. I mean, I think that's an important thing, right? He has done it in multiple divisions, and that's something he pays attention to. But in welterweight, he's not beating anybody that Errol Spence Jr. didn't already beat. That's worth anything. So I can't say that he's got a better resume at welterweight, even though Damon Wester, I remember contemplating the idea. I don't think I was 100% on that though, Damon. Hey, if you're still in the chat, Damon, man, say what's up in the chat, man. I don't want to seem like I reneged on you. I'm him said, now Sean Porter's over the hill. You don't think he is? You don't think he's over the hill? I'm him. Yes, he's over the hill. Without a doubt, he's over the hill. Yes. Yes. Was he over the hill when he fought Errol Spence Jr.? I think that's what took him over the hill. Yeah, but yeah, he's over the hill. Absolutely. You think Terence, dude, yes, he's over the hill. I don't know what you want me to think he is. He's retired after the fight, didn't he? Yeah, I think he's over the hill. And was he over the hill before the fight? Yeah, he was over the hill before the fight. But he retired that night, man. He said, look, man, I'm not going to be a journeyman. I'm not going to be a gatekeeper. He knows, he's like, I'm in gatekeeper status. He said he's a gatekeeper and he retired. What do you want me to say? If you fight a guy and he never fights again, yeah, I think you're over the hill. And yeah, the punches from Spence, I think, had a lot to do with it. No more. You know what I'm saying? 1 mile too early, better than 1 mile too late. Hey, yeah. But I'm not dismissing Terence Crawford's win over the guy. But what do you want me to tell you? You think that he's pound for pound number one in the world? You think that's the same Terence? You think I don't think but I don't care what point in time Sean Porter fought Terence Crawford. He was never going to beat Terence Crawford. You know? CB504 said, nah, Martin, I disagree with you on that one. Porter was not over the hill and can still fight if you want to. Okay, let me say something. He's past his prime. Okay? Danny Garcia right now is past his prime. Is Danny Garcia over the hill? I think he is. I think there's a significant chance that he's over the hill. I do. I think there's a chance that he's over the hill. And we'll see in his next fight if he gets in there with a killer. Because, dude, he's been fighting for a very long time. Terence Crawford is not far from that hill, bro. He's not. Not far from it. Terence Crawford is in his prime right now. Give it another year. Give it a couple wars, and you can get taken out a little bit quicker. Terence Crawford is more fresh because he's not been in any real wars. Errol might be, honestly, man, Errol with that car accident might have got pushed over it. He might have. No, because of that car accident. There's a chance that Errol may not be as fresh as he was. I know that he was saying he wasn't training like he used to be, right? But then he wasn't 100% full strength against Danny Garcia. So I'm looking at Errol Spence Jr. like, hey, that could be the case there too. Could be. But if you would have asked me if I thought Sean Porter was past it now, yeah. He said it. That's why he said he wasn't going to fight. He said he wasn't going to fight Jaron Ennis. That's the test, bro. Fannon, do you still want to see Spence Ugas? Yeah, I want to see Spence Ugas for the belt. I want to see undisputed in 147. I do. Absolutely want to see him fight Ugas. As a matter of fact, I would love to see him fight Ugas. I would love to see Terence Crawford versus Ugas. I hate that the WBC threw that crap in the middle of this. You know what I mean? Red, you're out of line, bro. I don't know who Red is. Somebody got blipped, though, more than likely. Yeah, I mean, dude, these guys are not in their prime. Some of these guys are not in their prime, bro. And you don't have to see him get knocked out ahead of time. Ennis is the biggest threat. No, Ennis, these guys are not going to fight Ennis. I'm telling you, Ennis is going to beat Crawford. I'll tell you that. I'm unabashed about it. Unabashed. He don't like that. In a year, He don't like that. I'm telling you. Sean Porter, no, he don't like that. No way. I'm telling you, Sean Porter will not go 7 rounds, with Jaron Ennis. No way. After what I saw, no way. You know what he's going to get done like? He's going to get done badly. He's not going to get done as bad as Thomas Delorme got done, but he's going to get done. He's going to get baked, bro. He's going to get baked and stopped for sure against Jaron Ennis. That's what I think. Now, and I will admit it, that's without any proof. That's just me looking at the two guys and saying, Jaron Ennis is fast. He's very, very strong. He's very, very big. He fights on the inside very, very well. So be a tough. I think he gets up out of here, bro. What about Deontay Wilder? I definitely think Deontay Wilder's past prime. Past his prime. Absolutely. I don't think he's so far gone that he can't beat all these other guys besides Tyson Fury, because I don't think he can beat Tyson Fury. But, yeah, Anthony Joshua's past his prime. Whoop. He may not be over the hill, but he's on that slant, bro. No doubt about it. Bro. The guy that I'm thinking is like fresh is your boy. I'm him. So Errol Spence Jr. will lose the boots? I don't think so because of the style. Let me tell you since you asked, let me tell you what I think is different about Errol Spence than Terence Crawford. Errol Spence is very fundamentally sound. He is more fundamentally sound than Terence Crawford is. That's what I think makes him very, very, very difficult. Because he doesn't give you a lot of shots. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He's a pressure fighter. And he's somebody that has a very, very solid body attack and is running people into corners. That's what I think. Anytime you have a Mexican fighter that is a great Mexican fighter, they are trouble. I'm telling you, they're very big trouble for fighters that move a lot. That's what I think, unless you are really on it. And Errol, to me, is more of that Mexican-style fighter than those other guys are. If that makes sense to you. What does what mean? I'm telling you, it's the style. Okay, Jose Luis Castillo is going to be very, very difficult on Zab Judah. I think Errol Spence is more Juan Manuel Marquez than he is a Floyd Mayweather. He's more Marvelous Marvin Hagler. He's more Bernard Hopkins than he is Roy Jones Jr. If Roy Jones Jr. if he loses his athleticism and he fights a Bernard Hopkins, that is going to be very difficult for him. Because of that, Andre Ward is another kind of guy like that. Somebody that is very, very, very fundamentally sound. Somebody that is very aggressive. Somebody that is cutting off the ring. And somebody that is trying to hit you and can put himself in position to hit you every second of that fight. That's what I say makes Errol Spence Jr. different than Terence Crawford. It's a different style of fighter. I was like, who's somebody else? Like, Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz is going to be a nightmare for a slick fighter that cannot keep that dude off of him, because he is going to wear you down, really, really wear you down over the course of the fight. That's not Sean Porter. Sean Porter's not going to wear you down over the course of the fight. He's going to mug you, make it ugly, keep you from being able to do anything, but he's not somebody that really has a style where he's going to chop you down like a tree. Errol Spence Jr. can chop you down like a tree, and that's what I think That's why I say Terence Crawford's going to have to deal with somebody that's buzzsawing him. And Floyd could deal with it, but you saw what happened when Floyd, but Floyd could deal with it with Castillo. It was still a very, very difficult fight with him with Castillo until he figured out Castillo. But I don't think Castillo, number one, I think that Terence Crawford is going to engage much more so than Floyd Mayweather Jr. will engage with you. And it's his willingness to fight and that somewhat Mexican style of Errol Spence Jr., dude, that I think is going to be really, really tough, man. It's going to be real, real, real tough. You know what I'm saying? Now, you could also say, though, that it could be like a Roberto Duran. It could be like a Roberto Duran, Tommy Hitman Hearns type of situation. You know what I mean? Where Tommy Hitman Hearns is, because Tommy the Hearns is kind of, Terence is kind of like Tommy Hearns. Kind of, reminds me somewhat of Tommy Hearns. So maybe it could be like, he can really catch and hit Errol with something really big that can hurt him. You know what I mean? But he doesn't have that size advantage over Roberto Duran like Tommy Hearns had over Roberto Duran. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be more of like a Hagler Duran. You know what I'm saying? Like Hagler Duran. So a southpaw, middleweight, somebody that can fight like that. That's what I'm saying. It's a style for me, man. It's a style. And I've never seen until Terence hasn't fought that style of fighter, hasn't beaten up that style of guy. Nobody, I mean, it's, I don't think, but that's just me. Excuse me one second. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Other people can have their opinion. Ain't no problem with that, man. You know what I mean? It's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. All good in the neighborhood. And Troy King, Errol ain't nothing slow about Errol, friend. Nothing slow at all. But look, much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat, man. I'm about to bounce up out of here. I'm gonna check you guys out tomorrow. Make sure you guys hit your like button on the way out the door. Appreciate you guys very much. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.